Peace and what's up, everybody? What's going on, everybody? We taking these blows today, right? We taking these blows. We taking these blows. We taking these blows. And the Xbox community is still here. It's not going anywhere, but the dead console, for some reason, keeps turning heads. But before we turn some heads on Xbox, there's been some great, outstanding news about PlayStation. And since everybody seems to want to bring up PlayStation news, then why not us, right? I mean, it's only fair. I mean, don't you think? Raz, I think there's people out here scared, man. I think they scared, Raz. I don't know. But to me, I smell fear. That's
You
what
know,
I
for a
smell.
dead console, they sure do talk about it and fearmonger a lot about it. Right?
They got Xbox got Sony looking over his shoulders. I thought PlayStation was supposed to be this superior brand. I thought it was supposed to be this entity that was unstoppable. I thought this thing. Oh man, hold on, we went international already. Yo, shouts to my man Taylor Parker from France. We are in the building. I gotta show some love right there. Yo, shouts to
Welcome,
everybody who
Taylor.
just dropped in. Shouts to everybody who just dropped in. I'm gonna keep that love up there for a minute, man. That's good stuff. Man, my man is from France in the building. Yo, thank you, Taylor. Thank you, Taylor, for real. Taylor Parker. Appreciate you, man. I hope you stick around. I hope you make yourself at home and join the family because it's going down today, man. Shout outs once again to the whole entire Xbox community of France. We in the building. Yo, Rez, if a console's dead, right, then that means it wouldn't make any sense to keep running like it's alive, right? It's either dead or it's alive, right? So I'm
You
just
would
gonna go
think.
ahead on the record and say Xbox is neither. It's a zombie. I'm gonna say it's a zombie.
It
And so this
just keeps
zombie,
rising back from the dead, right?
right? This zombie just keeps on going no matter what you do to it. You can blow his head off, you can blow his arms off, you can blow his legs off, you can blow his torso apart. But for some reason, it just keeps coming back, right? Like it's never left before. And that's the funny part. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please, if you like this channel, and you are an Xbox fan, you have come to the right place. If you're a real gamer, you have come to the right place. Here on Direct Gaming, we come to do one thing and one thing only, and that's to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us gaming. And with that, I want to say double salute to everybody who's been supporting the channel day one and day out. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell. Never miss a beat on the ones and twos as we grab these mics and we get on stage and we perform. And we want y'all to get on stage with us while we perform. Leave some comments, like, and share. Thank y'all very much. Rez, what's going on out here, man? Why do I not hear any news about Sony's lawsuit that's about to pop off this month? We're quiet about that, folks. Oh, y'all thought the new legal was going to forget about that. No, I'm the one who put the eyes on it long
You
ago.
know what it is. It's typical misdirection from the Sony shill media and the Sony fanboys.
Yeah.
Deflect any negative news about Sony and pass it on to Xbox.
Oh, yeah. Sony's about to go to court. And I
They got
think
a
it's this month.
lawsuit. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Yo, Rez, I sent you an article. Can you do me the favor and read that article? thoroughly and let everybody understand what's about to happen. But before you read that off, let's get this show started.
The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Yeah, so we got some big news to talk about here. This is from an article from Dagans.com, and it's titled, Sony faces $2 billion class action over PlayStation Store prices. This is written by Anna Hertz. Most players expect fair prices, but a new lawsuit in the UK questions whether that is always the case. Video games are a huge part of modern entertainment. Millions of people buy games and in-game content every year. A class action lawsuit claims that Sony could owe nearly $2 billion, reports Washington Post. The case involves digital purchases of games, add-ons, and in-game payments made through the store. On PlayStation consoles, players can only use the store run by Sony. This gives the company full control over prices and sales. The lawsuit says Sony holds a dominant position in the digital distribution of PlayStation games and in-game content. It argues that the company overcharged UK customers for games and additional content. The complaint points out that Sony collects a 30% commission on all digital sales. Critics say this creates a near monopoly that lets the company set high prices. The case applies to anyone in the UK who owned a PlayStation console and bought digital games or in-game content between August 19th, 2016 and February 12th, 2026.
That's 10 years.
10 years.
What up, Talos? 10 years. That's 10 years of evidence. And y'all think that Sony's going to walk out of here scot-free? Keep reading, Rez.
It is an opt-out lawsuit, meaning eligible players do not need to sign up to be included. If the claims are upheld, each person could receive around 162 euros, which is probably equivalent of like close to $200. Sony has defended itself. Representatives told the Financial Times that opening consoles to third-party stores could create privacy and security risks. They also said that the company makes little profit from console sales. Let's say that again. The company makes little profit from console sales. The commission on digital games helps cover those costs. The lawsuit comes from after a similar case against Apple. In October, the UK Competition Appeal Tribunal ruled that Apple abused its dominant position in the App Store and overcharged users. Apple was fined $1.5 billion and has since filed an appeal. Analysts see parallels between the two cases, suggesting regulators are paying closer attention to the digital marketplaces run by major tech companies. The PlayStation case could affect millions of gamers in the UK. It may also influence how digital stores operate in the future. Players and consumer groups are watching closely. Many hope it will lead to fairer prices and more competition in digital gaming. The case is still ongoing, and its outcome could have wide implications for the industry. And this is from the Washington Post. Big news there, and it's got some cool little tidbits in there. The one I want to highlight the most, and the one that we always talk about and I've mentioned, is that console sales are not profitable for Sony. They don't make them that much money. The margins are very slim, and they're basically recouping the costs of the consoles from other revenue sources in their business. So as I tell the Sony fanboys every time they gloat about the 92 million, which isn't sold, that's shipped, by the way, is that's not what's driving their business and never will drive their business. Maybe it did in some fashion back in the PS2 days, PS1 days, but that's not the case anymore. they're taking a hit every time in every console sale they make. Yes, they are starting to turn a profit on them, but it's very, very little. It's nowhere near enough for them to sustain their business. That's why they're making such a drive to live service. And this lawsuit is not going to help them. It's gonna, if they lose, it's gonna force them to basically open their storefronts to other devices, which is something they don't want to do, and they've made it clear they don't want to do, which doesn't make business sense to me personally. But that just goes to show that Sony's leadership is dog water. They don't know what they're doing, and all of their business decisions are terrible, in my opinion. I don't know, Famo, what do you think? Do you think they're going to lose? Like, it seems like that's the route it's going here, especially given like the fact that Sony's notorious for overcharging and upselling all of their products, all of their services, their subs. They keep increasing their prices on everything. So it's not too far-fetched to think that they might take an L here.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm looking up something real quick because I'm trying to find this guy's name. There's a name that I'm looking for. Let me see something here. There is a name that I'm looking for. Let's see. Oh man, don't do me like this. Hold on, let me see if I can do this. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, I did it. Good. I got through Financial Times. Oh, I did it.
Go.
I did it. So, okay. So everybody, this is the big one. Okay. So what Rez just spoke about, the one I'm about to say breaks it down even more and even gives you names. And there's a name in here that I'm about to represent that basically this guy right here, if he's in the court, your chances of winning your cases is very, 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 very slim. Okay. So when Rams was reading to y'all, and he says 10 years, this stuff has been collected since 2016. So what that tells me is that they had more evidence. They just stopped at 10. Now, mind you, at 2016, 5 years prior back, was the great hack of Sony in 2011. So you would think that after something like 2011, Sony would be on their P's and Q's. They would really be very careful about having anything to do disruptive to their customers. But that's not the case. As you can see, PlayStation fans will blindly support Sony while Sony is shafting them. But let's give it to the PlayStation community in the UK division or area. They have taken a stance. And I don't blame them. Let's read about this. Let's get the breakdown. Okay? It says Sony is preparing to defend a $2 billion lawsuit. So probably it was 7.9 in United States money. So when we would say 7.9 billion, Rez and everybody, that probably was what it was in USA dollar bill amount. In euro amount, it's equivalent to 2 billion. Still a lot of money, right? And this lawsuit is over claims that millions of PlayStation users in the UK were overcharged for games on the console. And the latest legal challenge to technological companies' market dominance. The class action case, here it is, brought by consumer champion Alex Neil. Consumer champion. This is the guy in Europe who protects consumers' interests. He's the protector of all protectors. His name is Alex Neil. Never forget that name. He's the reason Sony's not going to win this lawsuit. It's almost sad. He's on behalf of an estimated 12.2 million users. That's crazy. Accuses Sony of leveling excessive and unfair charges on downloads from his PlayStation store. Okay, let's go. Let's move this up. Okay, games were run on disc in the PlayStation's first incarnation, launched in the UK in 1995. But most are now downloaded from the latest PS5 model. The PlayStation 5 has become one of the top 10 best-selling game consoles since it released in 2020, selling more than 90 million units. As we all know, that's the total of shipments. Its cheapest model lacks a disc drive, although the standard version retains an option for physical media. The case claims Sony has unfairly profited from the shift to digital, which has been driven by changing consumer preferences and faster internet connections. Robert Palmer, KC, representing the claimants, said in court documents that Sony's closed ecosystem, damn, this is good. Robert Palmer, KC, representing the claimants, said in court documents that Sony's closed ecosystem has rendered digital users an entirely captive class. You know what, PlayStation fans? You remember, Mighty Chat Pack, you remember when I said that there's levels to this, right? And I said, Nintendo fans are what? They're dogs in a kennel. Y'all remember where I'm going with this? They're dogs in a kennel, Rez. PlayStation fans are dogs that are fenced in. Xbox fans are dogs that are out in the wild. We out there. We roam, we do whatever we want because we are not captive. We are not in a closed ecosystem. The PlayStation fans brag about being captive class. They're called a captive class. You can't even make this up. The lawsuit argues that Sony stamps out competition by prohibiting rival download systems and uses its market power to charge developers and publishers a 30% commission on digital purchases, which is then passed on to consumers. Wow. So this damn thing is almost like tariffs, man. They do all the dumb stuff and then they charge the consumers for it. It's about as bad as the tariffs in the United States of America. And you know what? No matter, Rez, no matter what we point out, donkeys will bend over and love it.
Yeah, they don't care.
They don't care. This is why they're ending. See, we're going to get to that too. I'm going to let Rez keep reading today. We're going to get to all that. Rez brought some fire to me today. So you're going to get the credit for it, Rez. The size of the claim, which is brought an opt-out basis, meaning eligible consumers are automatically included unless they specify otherwise, reflects an upswing in the popularity of gaming, partly because of pandemic-era lockdowns. While the PlayStation 5 has lagged Nintendo Switch among younger and more casual players, it is far more popular among the hardcore gamers who buy the most content and has vastly outsold its main rival in the market, Microsoft's Xbox. Sony, in its defense to the claim, has told the court that its distribution model is justified, partly because permitting third-party stores for downloads would introduce security and privacy risks. Hold on, wait a minute. Are we not just hearing rumors that PlayStation is trying to pull their games off of PC? It is not Steam a permitted third-party storefront where you can download games from? How does that introduce security and privacy risks? See, Sony has the gall to talk about security and privacy risk when their platform isn't even secured. You see the irony in this? The company has also said it invests heavily in hardcore selling consoles at relatively low margin to build a user base, and that the commission on digital sales is part of a cross-subsidization strategy to cover the cost. Wow. That's how Sony gonna break bread. I thought PlayStation was supposed to be this 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 dominant force out here. The bank is supposed to be flooding, Rez. What happened? It sounds like Sony's out here looking like a flea market. Looks like y'all out here looking like a flea market. Y'all got to be out here liquidating and subsidizing and going on and doing clearance sales and stuff. That don't sound like a strong brand. The only thing that looks strong,
Doesn't
Talos,
sound like a market leader to me.
no, it's a popularity contest and it's a perception contest. But see, like I told you, your brand, some people's logos automatically sell. Microsoft doesn't have to come out here and promote itself. It doesn't have to come out here and promote Xbox like that because the Windows logo sells. The Xbox logo sells. It just sells. It's a dominant force. You don't see Microsoft's news talking about they liquidating and consolidating and shifting over here. Their money's got to shift over here and shift up. No, they do a normal big tech company. They offset and move on. Whatever's lacking in their umbrella rest, they throw the cash in there, get the money back up, and keep innovating. See, this is
Ammo,
why I
before
told
you
y'all.
keep going, there's something too I want to announce to everybody who's on the show today.
Let's
To
do it.
celebrate the launch of Resident Evil Requiem, and since it's my favorite franchise, we're going to do a giveaway, one free digital copy on your platform of choice of Resident Evil Requiem. We're going to do a trivia game, and whoever gets the most questions right gets the copy. So stay tuned till the end.
Hey, listen, that was a shock about me. I had nothing to do with that. That's all Rez. Y'all go after Rez today, man. Go after Rez if he doesn't do this. Don't come at me. But nah, man, look. This doesn't sound too convincing, people. It doesn't. Um, there's some underlying things that Sony is not showing. We get it. We understand. But soon, what's apparent? The industry is not using Sony to go forward. That we got that. That's easy news. That's apparent. We cannot afford to allow, right, or to lean on Sony to bring forth the future of gaming. Nope. Sony take a back seat. Not strong enough. So now look, put everything in perspective, right? Since Sony likes the perception game, we like the perspective game. We understand now why you don't have no first party games. Why you only getting one a year. We see that. We see why PlayStation 6 has been put on hold. We see now why you're hearing the rumors about PlayStation games getting pulled off PC. Nobody plays PlayStation games. The world don't play them. Legal's not, look, I'm going to say this again. I'm not here to tell you what to buy, right? I'm not telling you what not to like or to like. What I'm telling you is the truth. PlayStation fans hate truth. That's why they go to these damn stupid YouTuber channels or dumbass gaming articles that lie to them, that or pamper their feelings. They need that. But when somebody tells them the truth, they hate it. I'm just telling you the truth. PlayStation is not the brand that's going to push gaming forward. It's not. This was your last generation. Okay? When I told you that 5 years ago, I said it with a straight face. When I told y'all 8 months before the consoles were even made, I said it with a straight face. I was with Teknoblast when I said this. That's how ancient this is. I told y'all that this console was not a pure RDNA 2.0 console and broke it down. Y'all thought I was lying until I brought those receipts up. 5-year-old show I had to bring to light. Y'all wait for your lies to become true. That's what makes y'all feel good. If this is all about who's got the most followers. If somebody's got the most followers, they must be telling the truth. Well, then I can see why a bunch of Christians are lost. Because if you think those mega churches is real, then I can see why you lost. Because in those mega churches ain't nothing but a bunch of lies for Christ. It's a lot of money and scamming and going on in those big mega churches. And when I look at Sony, that's what I look at. I look at Sony like I look at those big mega churches. While the real church is out here doing God's work, out here caring for people, out here giving to the poor, out here helping people, being kind to people, worshiping God from the inside out, assembling together, communing over what the Lord has done for them, giving their thoughts and prayers to the Lord, fellowshipping in one accord, worshiping in one accord. You don't hear about those Christians, and they mind their business. You don't hear about them. You go on the internet, all you see is the foolish ones because they sound the loudest. But when you open up that book by yourself, it's quiet when you flip those pages. When it's just you and your relationship, it's just quiet. It's not a whole bunch of noise nowhere. Gamers prove that. You saw the numbers today when Matt Presbyterian came out and showed the whole world that PlayStation fans been fronting all along. They've been fronting heavily. And I'm gonna have Rez. I'm gonna have Rez come back up in here and show the number of why exclusives don't even matter anymore. And I told y'all that. And you're listening to one of the look, you can't out console war me. Didn't do some of these most of these dudes that you're talking to, their console war started in 2K. They were too young. When they had a PlayStation, they were probably 5 or 6 years old. They don't know what a true console war looks like.
Yeah, so as you guys
Console wars ain't
know,
even what you see on online right now.
NPD is a
That's not really
well-known
a
and
true console war. Excuse me. That's not even a true console war. They're even faking that. Because Sony is scared to have a real console war. You know, I'm starting to believe realists. It ain't that I'm starting to, but realists told everybody Sony hates competing. We just found out not too long ago. It's been Sony who's been putting the parity clauses on Xbox. You know why? Because they know that Series X can kick that PlayStation 5's ass any given day. That's why they do it. They're running out here talking about the PSSR. And we over here with Dolby Vision games. PSSR. Rams, you can't make this up. They're trying to highlight PSSR and we got Dolby Vision games. Like we're over here caring about what the PSSR can do when we play our games in Dolby Vision.
which has been
Our audio's
terrible.
in Dolby Atmos. Dolby Atmos been in Xbox since day one, since the OG Xbox. Go ahead, Rez. I know you finna chime in. Give them those numbers. Give them Matt's numbers, Rez.
All right, so as you guys know, Matt Piscatella is a
Rez, I can't hear you.
well.
Can you hear me,
You can't
Rez?
hear me? Hold
Your
on.
audio. Yo, whatever happened, your audio, if you need to go back out. What's up, Nene? Shout out to the whole Mighty Chat community. Shout out to y'all. If you need to back out or fix your mic or come back in, I got you. But no, he's about to show y'all the numbers. And it's sad.
Can you hear me now?
It's sad because
Now?
you had a bunch of lames
Testing.
today trying to still can't hear you. Can y'all hear Rez?
Can you hear me?
Let me know if you can hear him. Chat, let me know if you can hear Rez because I can't hear him at all. But what's sad is, and I'll read it if I have to. The sound, it's telling us my sound bar is Dolby Atmos. Facts.
All right, can you hear
Oh,
me?
y'all can hear him? What's up, Snooky? Yo, Rez, back out and come back in. I don't even know if he can hear me. Can he? Is he responding to me? Yeah, I don't know if he can hear me. Tell him I said back out and come back in. But the numbers that Matt just showed just told everything. It told everything. You have people up here blindly cheering for Sony's downfall out of pure ignorance, out of pure stupidity. The last thing Sony really wants to do is depend on those fans that they got, because those fans don't do nothing for that console. Yeah, tell them to jump in and jump back out. Get out and come back in. Because when I brought him back in, his vocals went out. Yeah, for some reason, his vocals went out. But they want Sony to actually take their games back to them. If this is what I'm trying to say, people. If they was what was working, Sony would have never had to put their games on PC. Y'all get what I'm saying? It would have never had to go to PC. But you got idiots out here. Hold on, here he come. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
I can't hear him. I don't know what the hell the
Dang
name
it. What is wrong with this thing?
Something happened to him. Yeah, that's
Testing,
crazy.
testing. Yeah, my mic's working. Can you guys hear me?
That's crazy, man. Yep.
All right, so Matt Piscatella from MPD, you guys.
I'm gonna kick him out. Let me see something. That's crazy. I'm gonna remove him and then I'm gonna bring him back in.
Yes, they can hear me, but you can't.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't even hear him.
Testing,
I'm gonna remove
testing.
myself and come back in.
Yeah, you need to come back in.
Let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna remove myself.
Anyway, yeah, while he's doing that, guys, so as you guys know, NPD is a well-respected
Yo, can you hear me?
player base.
There he is. Okay. Keep going.
So the top Sony single-player game was Marvel.
Hey, Rez, you going in and out.
Console were never noticeably
Rez,
or
can you hear me?
significant. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Start over. You was going in and out. Start over. Whatever you saying.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All right. According to Circon.
Damn, the same spot where he was just saying. He cut out again. Yeah, every time he brings up the NPD, he cuts off.
All right, so according to Circana's player engagement, 60% of the active PS5 user base played Fortnite in 2025. The closest Sony single-player game was Marvel Spider-Man 2, which was 28th at only 9.9%. So less than 10% of the PlayStation 5 base played Spider-Man 2. And console exclusivity had nothing to do with it, basically. It was very, very minor. So Sony making their games exclusive is not really moving the needle.
Doesn't do anything. So there you go. Well, how many years have we been saying the exclusive talking point is not a seller today? It's just not, y'all. And look, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with exclusives. I'm just saying don't use it for a strong selling point for them. Only for them, because I've always said it's great for Nintendo. So let's don't sit up here and act like
So
exclusives don't
here's
work.
here's where people mess up, right? Is because Nintendo has been building their characters, their IP for 4 decades almost. They've been building their reputation for that long. Like Sony has not been around as long as Nintendo, and people, they don't really have established characters like Nintendo has. So that's, Nintendo is a one-off because they're unique in that way, and Sony will never be able to replicate them. That's why exclusivity for them will never match what Nintendo does. And even now, though, with the Nintendo Switch 2, even their first party isn't really selling. I mean, they're selling okay, but they're not selling that good either. So really, like, exclusivity is an archaic strategy that no longer works. Players are becoming less and less relevant to that or care about that. They care more about playing those big tentpole live service games and occasionally a single player game or two, but not that much. Like their
And and
focus
and,
really.
and, and why is that, Rez? You know, a lot of it has to do with nobody's making these great, memorable games anymore. See, okay, so look, somewhere along the line, right? The gaming industry lost its way, right? It lost its way. To me, it started crumbling back in 2013, 2014, when things just became all kind of narratives and talking points. And the gaming media ran with it. And you had Digital Foundry going crazy, doing the console comparisons and everything just spun out of control, right? Because prior to that, nobody really cared about no damn frame rates or any of that. Because we were playing great games. No, we did not talk about a damn stutter and a frame rate. We wasn't even those weren't even talking points. But as soon as there was a crack, yup, good balls, it's true. Is this rumor or fact? Sony single player games remove our PC. Right now it's rumor because Sony didn't say it. Right? We're waiting on Sony to say it. We already know this, right? We're seasoned. So until we hear Sony come out and say it, just it is what it is. If Sony holds a game off a PC, that doesn't mean they're going to do that all the time. It's just maybe it is what it is for right now. Every game that Sony's ever put on PC didn't drop day one, so what are we panicking for? What's the talking point for that? God of War didn't come out on PC day one. Spider-Man didn't come out on PC day one. But there's a trend, right? The Uncharted series didn't come out on PC day one. The Last of Us didn't come out on PC day one, so what's the talking point? That's where I'm at. I'm like, it's a well done moment, right? Sony's never did their single player games on PC day one. But there's a trend for that. What Residence was reading, that trend is that you put your single player game over there and it's not selling. Because when you harness your game, right? And you tell people, yeah, it's coming to PC, right? And you're looking at these PC gamers, okay, I'm ready to get this game then. Then the PC gamer finds out he isn't getting it for until 2 years down the road. And you honestly think that the PC gamer is going to literally wait for your game when he has all these other games that they can be playing, or she has all these other games that she can be playing. That's how it works. And then when you throw your game out on their platform, they don't care about it. It's old news. They didn't heard everybody who beat it. They didn't heard everybody talk about the game. Yep, his connection is messed up. But at that point, they don't care. So there's another trend. Notice when Helldivers dropped on PC day one, guess what the news said about it? It's the only game that has generated money for PlayStation on PC consistently right now. So what does that tell you? That when you drop your game day one, and this is what it's all about, y'all. Watch this, Talos. When Sony drops their game day one, everybody comes in to support because it's FOMO. It's the fear of missing out, right? So everybody jumps in on it. Everybody wants a talking point first. Everybody wants to be the first in line, right? So Helldivers 2 has proven to Sony that when you drop your games day one, 30 below, you're going to get an audience. But what does that go against, everybody? You see where I'm going with this? What does that go against? That goes against Sony's perception for its own console. Because if you get more people to play your game day one on PC, guess what they're going to compare? The PC version to the console version. And which one do you think is going to be superior? And Sony don't want that because in time, what that does is it's advertising what PC can do. And it's devaluing what PlayStation 5 can't do. So as what PlayStation can't do keeps getting devalued, it's going to make the console look worthless. It has no incentives, which it already has no incentives, but you can't see that. See, you got to be that blind, unwavering consumer. That's all Sony wants you to be. A blind, unwavering consumer. That's it. You're not getting anything out of it. Because if you was, what Rez told us about those numbers, they would show different. Matt just proved to everybody that PlayStation gamers don't even play their own games. They're too busy trying to make other systems look bad. You know why they're like that? More than any other fan base. The reason why they're like that is because they're covering up the fact that they don't play video games. That's all it is, Nene. That's guarded with 100,000 pit bulls and another 100,000 Doberman pinchers and another 100,000 Rottweilers. There and another 100,000 Doberman pinchers and another 100,000 German Shepherds. That perception has to be guarded. So if any of that is true, that's the reason. On top of, they know that when the new Xbox drop, how do we know this, people? What I'm about to say, because I got that wrong. This bad boy right here, this bad boy right here can play any PlayStation game that's on PC right now. Anyone. I don't. So what does that say? You remember when they used to say, "Oh, I could get it on PC. I don't need an Xbox." I already knew they were lying. I mean, that's a true statement. But the real question is, do you really have a high-end PC? We knew you didn't have a high-end PC. You barely buy any video games. How am I going to believe in that? The report already revealed that PlayStation fans buy 1 to 2 games a year. That's it.
That's it.
That's it for them. So why you've been listening to a bunch of bamboozled idiots on Twitter X, day in and day out, fronting. And you know, like I said, fronters, that's a weird individual because a fronter isn't true to themselves. What's up, Sinceres? They're not true to themselves. So how would you even give time to a person that's fake to themselves? They can't even keep it real with themselves. And this is just about gaming, people. You got grown-ass people like Mike Johnson, right? A grown-ass person. And this is me not picking on him. I just want to say that's a shout out. But you got people older than Mike Johnson out here. Console War. Console War. There's a very thin line, right? Between toys and electronics. A very thin line. But there's not a thin line between a 65-year-old console warrior and a 25-year-old console warrior. If you 65 years old and you console warring, something's wrong with you. You're a weirdo. Get yourself checked, man. It's not that serious. You're not showing anybody that it's cool being 65, being a console warrior. Go travel the world, man. Go spend some of your retirement money on your grandchildren or something. That's what we want to see. Give some hope to the future. Don't tell us that when we 65 years old, we're going to be on the internet console warring with 20-something-year-old kids or teenagers. Striker, that's weirdo stuff. Yeah. I like, yeah, Talos, go feed some chickens. Exactly. And show us your property. Show us how well you've done in life. Don't show us that you console warring at 65 years old. Look, and you got these dudes in their mid-50s console warring for Sony. Sony's not listening to you. Bitter because somebody else gets recognized. That should tell you something. If you never got recognized by anybody in the on the platform that you prefer, that should tell you something. That should tell you something. I've been honored. I'm humble. So I don't need the attention alert, right? I don't need to throw my attention out there. But I've been humble to meet some people and still talk to some people in the high ups of Microsoft. You've personally seen some tweets that I put up back in the day of them even gifting Xboxes or creating something for me. You know, people who've done the works out here in these streets for years and years and years and years are known internationally. You know, it's there's no need to try to attention seek. Just be yourself. Be humble. You know, you'd be surprised just how down to earth people are. This stuff isn't to be toxic with. And you can be how you want to be on your shows, right? Or however you want to be. We know that's not you when you click off that show. Because the real you is when nobody's around. That's the realest person of every human being, is when there's nobody around watching you. That's the real you. So PlayStation fans are going to have to make a very, 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 very strong decision soon. Are you going to keep listening to these lames out here lying to you? Or are you going to listen to people who just tell you the truth? And it's going to be regardless if it's something you like to hear. As long as it's the truth, listen to them. Because we're not over here telling you you need to get an Xbox. I don't care. You do what you want to do with your hard-earned work money. Do what you want to do with that. But don't try to say our platform is dead when our platform keeps on going. We're the only platform that's talking about a true next generation. Xbox has left PlayStation alone, which that's what I'm proud about. Don't even fight in the console space no more. That's not your realm anyway. The OG Xbox was not in a solid console space fight. It wasn't built like that. You need to be in a space where you can be as versatile as you possibly be and show everybody your capabilities. And let the consumers pick what's best for them. And that's where Microsoft is at with Xbox right now. They got all the stars aligned to not mess up. And I hope they don't mess up. They're going to have maybe, 3 years? They got, dude, tell us, when you think about this, 3 years. They already talking about the PlayStation 6 may not even come out till 2009 or more. 2029 or more. I'm giving it cutoff at least 2030's got to be the cutoff for it. So you're looking at 4 years. Think about that, y'all. If the Xbox comes out in 2027, that's a good 3 years or 2.5 years of just massive production, massive marketing. Your games are out. So y'all really gonna tell me, Pablo, they really think that Xbox is going to parody their new generational games for PlayStation? They want me to believe that. If this next Xbox comes out, it automatically makes their games better and exclusive. It automatically makes it that. Just off of default. Because the PlayStation 5, why would you downgrade your game for the PlayStation 5? Why? The masses don't have a PlayStation 5 Pro. That console can't even hold itself up together. It's a hit and miss with that console. The majority is still on PlayStation 4. That's good. It needs to go back to its roots. That's what the OG Xbox was. Basically a PC. That's right. That's right, Mike Johnson. And it's nothing special. That's not nothing new news to an Xbox fan. We want it to go back to its roots. But see, PC, I have a PC. PCs don't run like consoles. It doesn't run like, so my Xbox Series X got a web browser on it. I can go look up the internet on my Xbox Series X right now. I don't need a PC to do that. So does that make that basically a PC? Of course not. I can play my Steam games on it. Does that make it a PC? Of course not. You know what I'm saying? It don't make it a PC. What they're talking about is having the high capabilities of a PC, because the features of a console are not on PC. That's why Satya said we make consoles to make what? Better PCs, not the other way around. That's what people get it confused about PCs. They make it to seem like PC is just this thing that automatically comes in and just rules. It's not. PC is a tinkering situation. Consoles is not. You have to make your PC into something. The console's built just like it is. The console comes in built the way it is, that's why our games look better. We're better optimized. The texturing is better on a console and everything. On a PC, it's not. That's the biggest flaw about the PC gaming, is that it's poor optimized games. And PC gamers what they do is they settle for it. They ain't got a choice. You done bought this expensive PC, now you gotta play it. And the edges are still wrapped, all squared off and raggedy looking. It's too sharp. You know what I'm saying? The console, they can't be texture on the console. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's magnificent. You throw them shaders on it, throw that ray tracing in there, and you put some frame rates on it. Ain't nobody even caring about what PC can do.
Nay. He said, Mike Johnson, you got your GoFundMe set up for that Sony lawsuit in Europe?
Yeah, man. That's a big one. That's gonna be a big hit. But Rez, no, everything you said though, Rez, was facts. I don't understand how people would even clap right now, right? I don't understand how anybody could brag about Sony putting his games back, their single player games back on PlayStation, and really say that with a straight face to anybody that's knowledgeable in gaming, and expect somebody knowledgeable in gaming to believe that, and to be like, man, that's suicide, and don't think that's suicide.
That's basically saying an F you to Nintendo players, an F you to Xbox players, an F you to PC players. They're basically saying you buy our box or you don't get nothing. That's what they're saying.
And no, that's true. But you want to know the funny part? There's comedy anytime. See, because Sony hasn't said it. So the fact that everybody else is saying it, here's the comedy on it. But y'all are saying it from a base that's not even doing anything for PlayStation. Can y'all see the irony in this? This is almost sad. No, it's not almost sad. It's pathetic. Because they really think what they're saying has any weight. It has absolutely no weight anymore. And here's what's sad. Y'all are going to deliberately stay this way. Y'all are not going to change. And listen, when PlayStation crumbles, like I told y'all, don't point your finger over here in legal. It ain't my fault. I never bought it. Don't point your finger over here at me. I'm not the reason. The ice pick. What's up? Shout out to the chat pack. And shout out to everybody new here, chat pack. Take care of them. Range E4, take care of people up in here, man. We ain't never
Shout
seen
out to everybody that came today. We
everybody in here.
appreciate you guys.
We appreciate it. I'm gonna read this one. The Ice Pick 64 says, and it's just a rumor. I'm gonna put him up. Let me put this up because I haven't seen him. I got you coming, Ice Pick. And it's just a rumor, and they're running with it until Sony says otherwise. But Sony doesn't want to walk away from money. That'd be stupid. And then you get Microsoft at the White House with Xbox crazy. Exactly. You know, they want Ice Pick. They want Sony to walk away from money. You got people out here saying, that's great. That's great. I'm liking that. You see this? And even somebody like Mike Johnson knows better. Even Mike Johnson knows. But if Mike Johnson stood up for truth and his fan base, they would crucify him.
I got a question for Mike. Why do you continue to defend Sony? Are their exclusives that great? Is the platform that great to you that no matter what they do, you will support them? Like, why? I really want to understand why you still support that company.
I mean, look, man, you know, people like what they like. I just, you know, if I found out that Microsoft was shafting me, that's personal. I wouldn't be. The thing about it is, you see it clearly with Xbox fans, right? We talked about this. Yeah, we wasn't all in, right? Sony soldiers, right? We wasn't all in with what Phil was doing all the time. You know, plenty of voices on Direct Gaming, right, Rez? Voiced their opinion, right? When they didn't like something. We don't sit here and just run with everything that Microsoft does. What we try to do is stay positive. We try to create the positive thinking out of it, but we don't agree with everything. And we don't have a problem telling y'all when we don't agree with something. But when you see that PlayStation, right, is not giving you any first party, when you see your narratives can't stand no more, when you see that your theories aren't standing anymore, and when you see that your myths aren't standing anymore, at this point, it's time to just tell the truth. It's fun when things are going okay. I get it. We throw jabs at each other and have fun. But when everything that you want to stand tall on is no longer working, right, Rez, it's time to tell the truth. When you no longer tell the truth, now you're part of the problem.
And I don't know if you guys know this, but Sony just came out and said that they're gonna have to charge their existing Sony players more money. So
I'm glad you said that, because that was the next. There you go. I'm glad you said that. So because you are unwilling to tell the truth, right, Nene, right, Talos, the whole chat pack, Mike Johnson, everybody, because my man from France, my man Taylor, right, because everybody over there wants to lie for PlayStation, guess what they get in return? There you go, Rez. Say it again, Rez. Say it again, Rez, for the people in the back.
So they just came out and said in their recent, I think it was their quarterlies, that they're going to have to charge their customers more money to offset their losses and the costs of their live service projects and their failures. So I don't know why you guys would champion that when they've already been increasing their prices on everything they have, and now they're going to charge you more. And for what? What are they giving you guys? Marathon? You know, they're not giving you the games you want. They're not even giving you remakes you want. They shut down Bluepoint on a lot of the remake ideas that they proposed to Sony. They don't want to bring any of their legacy titles back. They're basically just all in on live service right now, and they're giving you very little first party games. So they're just about as anti-consumer, anti-gamer as they come. Like, they don't care about their players. That's what they're saying to you guys. But yet I constantly see you guys defend them to the death. I don't understand it. As a gamer, like, they're offering you the least amount of incentive to stay on their platform out of the big three. I mean, if you compare the three and you look at who's offering the most and who's offering the least, right now it's Sony. If you take third-party games out of the equation, what are they giving you right now? Not much. So that's what makes no sense to me.
And I'm glad. And here's another thing, brother. Look what Mike Johnson just said. I'm loving it, man. See, sometimes the best thing to do is just don't say nothing, because we're not the same, right? We are not the same audience. At this point, PlayStation fans don't need to say anything. You failed horribly. The numbers are already out about y'all. Y'all don't buy games, okay? So, but I know it's just there's no humility. You can't be humble. You gotta keep saying stuff that keeps trapping you. Mike Johnson said Xbox consoles went up. Game Pass on its cost is going up everywhere. Mike Johnson, but here's the difference. Here's the difference. We had a bunch of fake, outraged PlayStation fans fronting like they were Xbox fans, saying they were canceling their Game Pass subscriptions. Guess what you ain't got out here in these streets today about PlayStation pulling their games off PC? You don't hear nobody talking because nobody cares. See, that's the difference. Nobody cares about PlayStation games. You see what I'm saying? Nobody plays them. Read the reports. We've been saying PlayStation games are one and dones for 1,000 years. They're one and done games. You put them over on PC, the same results just happen. Some people buy them, that's it. The Helldivers 2 is the only game that's going out of all of them. Now, what did we find out as well? If PlayStation fans are not buying anything, Xbox raised their prices up, and guess what Xbox fans kept doing? Buying. We're not the same. That's the crazy part. Our communities are not even close to being the same. Skills, play, stop. Mike Johnson, you gotta. I'm
We
looking at
actually
you.
spend
Hold
more
on,
for.
hold on, Rez. Hold on, Rez. Mike Johnson, I'm looking at you, bro. You've been around us too long to allow. You see how your community says stuff like this? Look, man. Skills and play says, yeah, but Forza Horizon, I think he meant 5. Oh no, that's not fun. I'm sorry. He said Final Fantasy 16, 3 mil, and Xbox didn't. But what, bro? Skills. Square Enix came out. You know, the ones who created that game. They came out and said that Final Fantasy 16 was a huge success on Xbox. You're looking at 3 million physical copies, bro. The digital count doesn't add for it. So anytime you see and digital sales are the highest amount of sales nowadays. So when you see something that's 3 mil, 4 mil, it's gonna be automatic success. That is great. That's good. That's nothing to put your head down about. Because Xbox fans have been excluded off of Final Fantasy for so many years. Xbox fans don't care. But what they showed you, if you're willing to drop your game on our platform day one and make things an even playing field, you see the results. You see the results. And during that time, Final Fantasy 16 was the top third paid game on Xbox. When the liars were saying Xbox gamers didn't buy it. So you gotta educate yourself, man. Just like I had somebody out here telling me about Forza Horizon 5. Oh, it sold 5 million on PlayStation 5. See, Xbox gamers don't buy games. I'm like, I blame Mike Johnson for this. I blame you, Mike Johnson. I blame you because you got them out here saying this stuff. And you know, I used to laugh, Raz. I used to laugh, Kevin Coates, but now it's not funny. They really believe this stuff, and you have to go and show them. That's the sad part about it. Their community don't even tell each other the truth. And here's the thing: the final, Forza Horizon 5 hit 8 mil before its week off of the early release alone. I'm sorry, with the early release
That's right.
and the because the early release was what 5 days. That's right. I'm sorry. Before the early, but after 5 days, when 5 days was over with, I keep thinking Final. Forza Horizon 5 had 8 mil. How do you know that? The article saw that when they saw the count. They saw the player count. Had 8 mil. It was already done. Before it came to PlayStation, it sold 50. Before it even at 50 active users. You don't get an active user, you don't get engagement. 50 million. Spotty King, 50 million. What up? It's not like our games need PlayStation gamers to help it sell. This is not a PlayStation affair. See, PlayStation games need to go somewhere to sell. Xbox is just getting an additional amount of money. There's a difference. See, the zombie knows how to live. See, Xbox knows how to keep living, even when it's dead, right? But I see PlayStation, and I see a console that's starving to death. See, when you're starving, it's a slow death. So what's happening? Down to one game. That bowl is looking empty. The bowl is looking empty. And you think that's going to change after this lawsuit, L? That's going to change when they reconstruct PlayStation? They're having a hard time right now trying to make it attractive, Stone King. And Stone King just sent me something. Let me go off air and see what he just sent me. Hold on. I want to see what he sent me, y'all.
Yeah. So, what have you guys been playing right
Oh, yeah.
now?
What are you talking about? Hold on. You said, I thought he sent me a message. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. My bad, brother. Um, yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, we know. As a matter of fact, we just talked about this. Okay, he was just sending me something about the PlayStation backing off the PC stuff too. See, that's the talk of the town right now. And the reason why that's the talk of the town right now is that's fear. Everybody, that's fear talk. Xbox fans ain't scared of nothing. We're over here playing. We told y'all what was happening. And when you put your game on a rival console, that doesn't show that you're scared. That shows strength. You take your product to another area in your city to sell it, that shows strength. Only those who stay on their own block shows fear to expand. And Microsoft has already proven that they can expand. So since y'all see now that if Xbox decides to start making exclusives again, somebody's going to be in trouble. Because what we've been seeing these past 2 years is that Xbox has been supplying PlayStation with video games. If you take those Xbox games off of PlayStation, you lose 6 out of the top 10 games. You don't even hear about PlayStation exclusives anymore. And then you see a list of nothing but live service games that don't even belong to PlayStation. And y'all are sitting here going to tell me with a straight face that that's a console that looks attractive to future consumers. I'm telling y'all right now, it's too late now. Y'all didn't do y'all's job. There's too many years that done went by now. It's not that y'all need to do something anymore, Rez. Rez, I'm changing my mind. Mike Johnson, y'all failed PlayStation. And I don't even put this on Mike Johnson, because Mike Johnson is a root gamer. He done put his time in. Whatever Mike Johnson decides to do, so be it. He done put his time clock in when it comes to video games. But Mike Johnson, the PlayStation community has played itself to the end. And this ain't changing. This is it. This is Sony, and we don't know, but if this is true, this is not going to look good, because all you're going to see is Sony backpedaling. And here's the warning, and I'm going to tell y'all right now, here's the warning, Nene, that nobody wants to talk about. While it's funny right now, right? While people can come up with these rumors, and we already know the collaborated invisible crew, right? It's so easy to know them, right? That got in with these articles, some of these lame journalists, bloggers really, but the journal editors.
Yeah, they're so predictable now, aren't they,
So that
Famo?
anytime something happens, they all get the green light. You see all the news come out at the same time, right?
They're
And then they
so
start throwing
predictable.
out these fake little weak ass YouTuber insiders, because they're all linked. I told you, it's a spider web. You don't have to believe the new legal, but I know.
They're predictable.
I know. So you see it. You start to see it, right? So it's all fun and games right now. But I'm going to tell y'all what's going to happen. And y'all going to remember this one just like you remember the other ones. What's going to end up happening? They're going to end up pissing the PC community off. How do we know this? Because I'll even go on record with Microsoft. When they pissed the community off back in the 360 era, when Microsoft was going to charge them for Xbox Live.
Yes, sir.
And the PC community went bananas. And no matter
Can you hear me,
how
Famo?
big your company is, and I just lost Rez again. That's Rez now. That's got to be Rez, because I don't hear him. But they pulled, yep, because he dropped out that first time. I might have to drop out again and bring myself back in. But you remember, they pulled away from Microsoft. And what did Microsoft have to do? They had to backtrack. And ever since that day, I'm talking 360, y'all. Ever since that day, it's been an up and down relationship with the PC community and Xbox. Ever since that day. It's finally getting a little bit better since Microsoft put Game Pass PC over there. They've accepted it. They've actually gotten nice from Microsoft. They actually complimented it. And there's a better relationship going on. But look how long it took. And I'm telling y'all right now, right? You're listening to a bunch of idiots who really don't know their gaming history, right? Who's making these articles saying, yeah, pull your games off of the PC community. Because I'm telling you, that community is one of the most ruthless ones. They're ruthless. Rangy was doing right. Hey, Rain, they ruthless, fam. And when you piss them off, they cut you off. They cut you off completely. And look, and when you make it, and then when you see the ways of your error and you want to come back, that's when they get you. That's when the PC community gets you, when you
Can
trying
you
to
hear
come
me, fam?
back. Yeah, let me back out. Let me back out real quick, y'all.
Yeah, just so everybody knows who didn't join the stream earlier, I'm doing a Resident Evil Requiem giveaway on all platforms. We're going to do a short trivia game, and whoever scores the most points gets their copy. So stay tuned to the end.
There we go. Let me get back to my green power mode. There we go. Can you hear me? Raz, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. All right. So as you can see, when this stuff happens, it's not gonna be funny. They're sitting up here playing around a community that doesn't play games. This is why Helldivers 2, right? When they pulled that stunt, when Sony pulled that stunt on them, you see how fast Sony had to turn around and change it up? That's it. That's why. So now you got a bunch of idiots saying, yeah, they need to take them first party games off and put it back on because of their unwavering dumbass fanboyism, right? Because they see the futures don't belong to them. That's what this is. And they're making Sony look weak. Because I've already told you what the future is. It's a multi-platform future, people. I'm not saying that everything may be exclusive, but I'm saying in order to have these big title games, right? And you want these big, nice looking games, you want the technology involved in them, you're going to have to buy these games. If you don't buy these games, the price is going up on you. Mike Johnson was talking about Game Pass and all that, but our video game prices ain't went up. As a matter of fact, Microsoft even reneged on that. They were smart. They charged us $10 in Game Pass and kept our gaming prices down. Sony can't do that. Sony needs every drop of penny that they can make right now. And their worst enemy right now is their own fan base. It's nobody else. And as much as they're trying to get away from them, it's hard. Rez, can you hear me? Rez, can you hear me? I guess he might have stepped away, but I could.
Yeah, sorry, I had you
Okay.
on mute. Yeah, I can hear you.
Rez is having a hard time tonight, but I love you, man. No, look, I'm telling you, it's pathetic, man. My John says I'm paying less than $20 for Game Pass. That's good stuff. Mine is already up. I mean, I keep my stack, so I don't worry about Game Pass. I don't do month to month stuff like that. Nah, I stack it up and get off of it, you know. But yeah, it's just this is not gonna be funny soon. It's just not. It's a slow walk down the park, brother. Slow walk down the park. And y'all better, I'm telling y'all right now, don't get mad at all these people that have been lying to y'all. Don't get mad at them. It's your fault because you're being told day in and day out. You just refuse to listen. Y'all know every channel that y'all hate. Y'all know because y'all are everywhere. Y'all jump around everywhere, hating on people's shows. So you know when you come to Di-RRec Gaming, I ain't got nothing but love for you because I tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. Stop playing with yourself. Buy some video games. Or Sony's already gave you your death wish. The price is going up. Then what? See, y'all were talking about, oh, we support the devs. You liars. You was lying. We knew you was lying then. Y'all wasn't supporting the devs. Oh, it's $70. That's art. What art? Where's your art gallery at? Where is it? Talos, where's the art gallery at? 3% don't cover no room. Y'all are at 3%. Y'all are the 3%ers. This is not this. What are we doing at Talos? What are we doing out here, bro? my question to everybody, what are we doing out here? Do people not understand when to set aside a console, so-called console war, handle your business on your platform, then go back to console war? I don't think the PlayStation fans know how to do that. They so far back that they're trying to go back 35 years ago. Y'all are literally trying to go back 35 years ago. That's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all are going to tell a generation, they're trying to tell this gaming generation that in order to play PlayStation game, you're going to have to buy a PlayStation 5. And they literally think that's going to entice people to go play and go buy a PlayStation 5 and play their games. Listen, Wolverine could be a great game. All right? Wolverine could look nice and brutal and bloody all it wants to. But here's the fact about Wolverine. We've seen it before. We've seen what a game that's gory looks like. We've seen what heads get cut off. We've seen when body parts get split open. I just played Resident Evil Rec Room. So what Wolverine is doing is nothing new. But if you think that if Wolverine doesn't go anywhere else and stays on PlayStation 5, that the rest of the gaming community is going to lose their minds over Wolverine and go out here running to go buy a PlayStation 5, stay tuned. You just stay tuned and watch what happens. Just watch. And when Wolverine only sells 4 or 5 million, right? Because the initial sales are gonna probably be 2 million strong, right? Within the month, it can probably be 3. Then it's gonna go through its little period where it don't, and then Sony's gonna have to put a sale tag on it. The day Sony puts a sale tag on it is devaluation day. After that day, it doesn't matter anymore. So if PlayStation can charge you $89.99, right? And after those months go by and they drop a sale on it and it goes to $69.99.
Facts.
See what I'm saying? And because the game was really worth $59.99 to $49.99 anyway. Because they got to make a profit. So if they can get you at $69.99, they still win. And then they drop it down to $59.99. And you think, oh, because it's all about really what you think. Sony knows they can shaft you, but if you think it was worth getting shaft, that's all that matters. That's consumerism. As long as you walk away happy as a customer, that's all that matters. So if they get you for $59.99, they still win. I think Sony's figuring out their base now. They gotta get around y'all by fooling y'all. When Microsoft doesn't have to do that with us. You can stay on PlayStation platform all day long, but you can't make it look pretty to me. You can't make that make sense to me. Yup, they're gonna bundle it. That's right, Nene. They're gonna make it pretty. They're gonna bundle it.
They're the king of bundles.
They're the king of bundles. That's right. That's right. We already know what's up. And y'all, I mean, it's y'all's fault. You made Sony this way. It was cool, but Sony didn't know what to do with y'all. Sony is literally scared on how to make moves because of them. They don't make moves, so they don't even know what to do. Come on in here, Games. Drop some knowledge, my friend. What's going on, Games?
Games Heroes in the building.
He's in the building. Thanks for coming in, man.
Games, this decision makes no sense, right? If it's true, like it just, I don't get it, man.
Oh man, here he is coming off the train, and he wants to jump on the show, and then he's like, Rez jumps on the show and has no mic. I'm just
Typical Games.
typical Games. But no, look, but I'm being serious though. You know, like Rez, the ending of this story is not gonna be funny anymore. I don't know what else to say to them. I mean, they think I'm lying. They think I'm joking about this stuff.
I don't believe it.
Games, are you running from somebody?
Oh, hold on. Take my mic off.
I think Games out here stealing video games. That game stop.
I don't believe it.
Come on with it. Speak your mind. What's up? What do you don't believe?
You believe it?
Nah, I don't believe it.
Hey, Rez, you believe it?
Well, here's the thing. I wouldn't, but the fact that it's coming from Jason Schreier means it might have a shed of truth to it.
Yeah, at least it come from Jason Schreier. But
I just don't get it. It makes no sense to me because Shuhei Yoshida said it prints money from them. So why would they? And they've been shifting more towards PC. So why would they completely reverse course? It makes no sense.
I don't think because of the Xbox magnets and the Steam machine.
Do they really not want Xbox players to play their games?
Nah, but Rez, but I can buy a Steam Deck right now and play the game. Okay, and I can buy ASUS ROG Ally to play the game. So I don't think because of that. What do you guys say? I don't believe this crap because at the end of the day, right? PlayStation needs the money. Game development costs a lot of money. Unless, and legal, don't laugh, unless they start making these 2D God of War, Game Boy Advance games, don't cost a lot of money, then I understand don't put the game on PC. But they're not making these type of games. They're mostly making big AAA blockbuster games. So, and their multiplayer games is day one, right? So, and their multiplayer games is trash. Nobody playing no goddamn marathon. I didn't even know that shit came out tomorrow. That's how bad it is. And the Horizon multiplayer game, nobody play that crap.
Yeah,
that's
do you see those Steam numbers for the Hunter Gatherers?
The whole world play that crap. All right, so
they literally had single or double digits. It was bad.
Don't start, man.
They're playing a dangerous game. But you know what? I want them to do it. Because if they do it, PlayStation is not going to survive the next 5 years.
I want them to do it too.
You're so stubborn.
Yup.
You don't want to make extra money. That's how bad it is. These donkeys talking about, we back, baby, we back. Only on PlayStation. Okay. Who's we? All right. So you got to buy the games. You got to buy the games.
Back to doing nothing.
No, but legal. They got to buy the games.
Talking about we back, and the number come out saying y'all ain't doing shit. We back, man.
But they got to buy the games, right? So if they don't buy the games, legal and Raz prepare for studio shutdown, layoff. Hey, look. I'm going to call this man out, right? I don't care what legal said. Paris, right? If Paris, you ever tweet one tweet about layoffs, I'm going to block you because you guys are part of the problem. You guys advocate exclusives and you advocate high budget costs. You don't buy the games. What do you think? These studios going to happen? They're going to close down.
But that's not Paris's fault. That's the player's fault.
The realist in the building.
But Paris said it mostly, and they broke the man's legs. But Paris, listen, Paris is telling the truth because he wants.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he doesn't want exclusives. He wants the game everywhere and let the people decide where to play the games.
I think that to a fault too. I think that he's more like the majority rational thinkers, right? That there's gonna be some games. Like I'm trying to get away from this whole thing. Like saying the word exclusive is so horrible. It's not, right? It's playing into the card hand, right? There's nothing wrong with having exclusives if the fan base supports them and it generates some money for that platform. Nothing wrong with it, right? Because like I said, if we're going to pick and choose, then that means something's got to be wrong with Nintendo. Because that's all they got.
Nintendo games don't cost a lot of money to make.
But it doesn't matter. That's the narrative.
Yeah, that's the narrative.
I'm not talking about narrative.
And legal. PlayStation is not Nintendo.
I know that too, but I'm not talking about a narrative. I'm just talking about the word exclusive, right? And saying exclusive is not a bad thing. But I understand. Look, I don't expect, this is me. I don't expect God of War to go anywhere else. Though that type of game signifies, for PlayStation's perception. You gotta understand something. PlayStation perception is the building blocks. Y'all remember what Rilla said? Sony does not like to compete. You trying to make Sony compete, it takes away the value of PlayStation. It doesn't make PlayStation look good. This is why moving forward, PlayStation is in a bad position. Because the future says what Gamester was saying, put your games as many places you can to make a killing off of it. That's what the future is saying. But the perception of PlayStation is, oh, you buy a PlayStation to play these great exclusives. But then that begs another question. Well, where's your exclusives at? Where's the incentive of me coming over here and I don't see no games? Where's your new? Okay, so where's your new system at? Oh, it's not coming out.
Legal. Okay, let's run down the games coming out for PlayStation in the next 5 years, right?
Okay.
We got Wolverine coming out this year. We're not talking about the live service games, right? We're talking about single player, right?
Right.
Because the live service game will be on PC and possibly
Wolverine
on
and
Xbox.
Sorrows. That's it.
So let's run it there, right? We have Wolverine. I think that game will sell. Sorrows flop. Nobody bought Returnal. That game is very niche.
Yep.
Then next year, the bald-headed woman, Intergalactic. I have to say it, Lee. I know I want to get canceled, but I gotta say. You want
all the smoke, man. You stupid, man.
Yeah.
That's gonna flop too.
Yeah, that's gonna be flop. What else? God of War remake. Nobody asked for that. What else, Vez? So there's another game. I forgot what it was. Rumors, right? Corey Barlog. Oh, the God of War spin-off game with
Corey
his wife.
Barlog's game. Yeah.
Yeah, his wife. Who the hell want to play Kratos' wife in the video game?
What's up, Red?
Yeah.
What's up, Red? Y'all stupid, man. I ain't messing with you. See, you ain't somebody acting stupid, bro.
No, really. He's making a God of War game he can play with his wife.
Horizon remaster.
Yes. So there's 5 games coming out in the future, right? Me personally, I don't think the PC dudes care about these games. Because what you're doing, you're making these franchises, right? It's not God of War, it's not The Last of Us, and it's not Spider-Man. And it's not Ghost of Tsushima. All right? That's basically what they have. Outside of that, they don't have anything else what the PC gamers and Xbox gamers want. Now, if they make a new Killzone game, that got to be everywhere. Because once again, what really said, they don't like to compete. You can't compete Killzone to Call of Duty. The fan base ain't going to play no goddamn Killzone in 2026. So, and you have Call of Duty, and of course, Halo will be on the console. So, you have to have compete, right?
Right.
They don't have no games. So they said that we're back. But if you look at the games that you're playing, your games are terrible. Right? Nobody asked for a God of War remake. Nobody really asked for you play with Kratos' wife. That would be definitely going to flop. You made a 2D God.
Stop right there. Hold on. Mike Johnson made a good point.
Okay? Oh, here we go. Here goes Mike Johnson.
No. What about Halo, Gears, and Forza? Same old nursery rhyme every generation. Okay.
Break his legs, legal. Break his legs.
No, hold on. Right. Mike, I told you, right now in this time and age, the best thing to do is just not say anything at all. Because you just named 3 titles that are everlasting. They're everlasting. and their studio first-party games that now, right now, the PlayStation community can experience. You just admitted Xbox's power. You admitted that because Gears is still running. Its multiplayer games are still running. Studio's still going. Halo, the king of 2K era mascot. His multiplayer games are still running. Studio's still open. Forza Horizon, Playground. It grew. They're actually making another game while giving you Forza Horizon 6. Mike Johnson. If Xbox can make 3-pillar games and its foundations don't even have a crack in it, what does that tell you? You can't even say that about PlayStation. There's no factions for The Last of Us. There's no multiplayer game for no God of War. Spider-Man has nothing. Uncharted, don't make us laugh. You know what happened to that. So let Games Heroes cook in peace. Sit back, be humble, and learn like just New Legal. Why you let Xbox brainwash? They haven't brainwashed me.
It's not. No. Let me say this.
Look, look.
It's not about brainwashing. It's like our games define the console. And yes, they're on PlayStation, but
What's up,
even on
Jacob?
PlayStation legal, if you go to the average people in the streets, who's Master Chief? Mike Xbox. Who's Gears? Xbox. Right? They have everybody knows Gears, Halo, and Forces on Xbox. It's also with Xbox. That's
I
the
like
pillars.
this. Watch this, games. I like this. Judah Gaming. I like this question. Listen, we're gonna have a discussion. The chat is lit up. So I'm this is good. This is what I like. Judah Gaming gave a good question. There's nothing wrong with this question. So how is Asher going to push the console if games going to the competitors? That means she's lying. Okay. This is how she can push the console. The first thing you can do is keep your strong multiplayer, your live service games on your competitors' platform. First thing you can do. Don't even bother that anymore. Then you take the developers, you take your studios that you have, and you garnish beautiful games. When you garnish beautiful games to your core audience have something exciting and they're going to talk about it. Word gets out. Every game is not on PlayStation. Every game is not on PlayStation. What is it? I'm trying to think. What is it? Skyrim? Help me. What is it? Damn.
Elder
What's
Scrolls 6.
There you go. That's not coming to PlayStation. So what do you think that game has to be for it not to come to PlayStation? The same way Starfield was. It's got to hit at a galactic level. And it's going to hit at a galactic level. I get when you go and look at the trailer, it's over 2 million views. It's 10 million. I think it is. It's huge. The number is huge, and they didn't even show gameplay. It's just a trailer going through the vast world through some mountains. That's it. That told Microsoft there's going to be heavy anticipation for this game. So my answer to that is the way she came out, Judah Gaming, is the way she's going to go out. That's what I've been telling Games Heroes. I said, Games, I'm going to judge her by how she came in. Because the same way she came in is the same way she's going to go out. We already know, and you know what's so funny about that, Judah? The haters already came out on her. She's a very smart, articulate, beautiful woman. We got that about her. So I'm pretty sure she's already figured that out, right? She's already figured out what she's going to be held accountable to. She knows she can't hide from that. She gave us her 3 keys. So for her to backtrack now will be devastating. Moving forward, building the brand up is going to be a sight to see, because you got 2.5 years to do it. Where are these Xbox games going to go, Judah? These so-called leap of generation games. That I'm talking on behalf of your question, because there's no right or wrong. I'm more curious on where these next generational leap generational games are going to go if they leaked all this technology. Because for me, I'm not going to build, right, a supercar, right, and put all these exclusive components into it just to take some certain parts out of it and sell it for 75,000 less for the casual driver out here. You don't see stuff like that. That's why you have levels to this stuff. Cars, you got luxury. Then you got extended version, extended package, where they might have extra cargo space into it. Then you have your sport edition, where it's all about the speed. And then you have your standard package, where you might have, it might not come with all that glamour, but there's a few digital things in it, you know. And then you have just standard, where it's just plain Jane. I think for Microsoft, if they're talking about having a high, powerful premium experience for the next Xbox, Judah, it's going to be hard to play our games are going to be on all platforms. We know that's not going to happen. We know that if it's a premium experience, you can might as well switch 2 off the board, right? So at some point, we got to understand that a lot of these games moving forward, well, I would say a lot. Some games moving forward will be on certain consoles for longer periods of times, more time exclusive, more, and that still works within a multi-platform future strategy. I'm just
But
now thinking that
that's
we're
why
gonna have
I
to wait
see.
and see what all that means for Xbox. To
That's
me
what. Yeah.
personally, I want to see Xbox given a chance to do something different, right? You've already shown us that you can put your games on competitive platform. Let's see what you can do mobile PC Xbox. Let's see you grow that brand. 'Cause that's what she said. Let's see it. Because there's so many people out here that think it can't grow.
But legal. Look.
There's
We
so many
have
people that think that.
about legal. Listen, first of all,
So
Mike,
I think the Elder Scrolls 6 is built on the it's gonna be they're taking their time. I actually think they already adapted the next gen. That's why it didn't come out. I think they've already adapted it.
Elder Scrolls 6?
That next Forza Motorsport is going to be incredible.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls 6 will
See,
be
Forza Horizon
next
can go over
gen.
there on PlayStation. It's more like a live service type game.
I
But
don't
Forza
think
Motorsport, that's an Xbox stamp racer show. It's there's two different ways of looking at this stuff. And for Microsoft to grow properly, it's going to have to adjust and make reasonable decisions on where these games are going to impact. Because to me, they're just video games. I really don't see an issue, right? Putting your games anywhere as long as you're getting something in return. That's just me. That's for the sake of your audience.
Yeah,
But
but
if you're not gonna get anything in return, then compete.
that's true.
That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It may not go that way, but that's my opinion. Because I don't care where a video game goes. It's a video game. Developers make this game for many people to play it. It's a video game. And I don't know how else to say it. I don't know what people want. Do you want to go back to the Flintstone era? Where they're sitting up here worrying about the only ways of success is a console sale. So that means get rid of your PSN and all that, because those services wasn't there back in the day.
I guess they do, Famo.
Is that where you want to go?
They,
You want to
they
go
don't
that
want
far back?
they don't want things to change. They just wanted to keep
I
the
can't hear
same.
Resident anymore.
Yo, you can't hear me?
Rez, you there?
Rez.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
You
Can you
can't
hear
hear
me?
me.
Probably game. I can't hear him anymore.
No, hold on. Can you hear me,
yeah,
Rez?
I mean,
Yeah, I
they
can hear
talking
you.
now. Okay.
Legal.
Okay.
I hear everybody.
There you go.
Legal.
Go
You can't
ahead,
hear me?
Rez. I can hear you. I can't hear Rez.
Rez, say something.
Yeah, copy, testing. Hold up.
I guess he's gonna back out. Realize you got something to say? I can hear you.
Yeah, I go.
Yeah, but for the most part, that's how I feel about it. I mean, we've been preaching on direct gaming that y'all gonna have to get used to this. You know, just and for the most part, Xbox community has focus on its brand. The numbers speak it. So y'all did what you're supposed to do. You didn't
Yeah.
get caught up in all this nonsense.
Yeah.
Y'all
But
stay
legal.
focused on playing your games.
Yeah,
So
hear
it's
me,
not
legal.
like I can say, well, just enjoy you doing it. I
Hey,
mean, that's pretty
Rez,
much
say
it. Y'all
something.
are
Can you hear
doing it.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What were you saying now?
Cool.
Okay, go ahead, Rez. You hear me,
What were you
right?
saying now?
No,
Go
I
ahead.
wasn't gonna say anything. You guys can go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, that's all I was saying though. For the most part, I mean, you know, what did Red Dead Panda say? The 360 gen didn't have a Garner leading the brand, so it's no different for Asha. Oh, no. I heard what she said. I'm sorry, I said Garner. The 360 didn't have a gamer leader, basically what I get what you're saying. Didn't have a gamer. Peter Moore came from Reebok. Facts. And look how well the 360 sold. Look how well it sold in units, peripherals, and console.
Because
The
Peter Moore came
brand,
from
so it's no different with
Sega.
Asha. Exactly.
Because he came from Sega, right? Peter Moore.
She
So
has the possibility of having the same recipe of success like Peter Moore. Because sometimes, like I said, sometimes you need somebody to come in blind. I'm glad she doesn't know any of this dumb stuff. She doesn't need to know it. I hope she ignores all this dumb stuff, all of it, and focuses on Xbox growth from the core audience out. Because if this happens, that's it. We're not saying that, oh, we wish death on anything. But what we're saying is be very, very, very leery and worrisome if Xbox ever catch fire and gets into the hands of gamers across the world. Because if that day happens, it's going to be a sad day for PlayStation. Sad day.
All right, legal. I sent you the answers for the trivia.
All right. You ready to do it?
Yeah, we could do it.
Okay, everybody, we're going to have a trivia tonight. Let's see. He gave me the answers.
hey, you can hear me, guys?
For anybody just joining the show, just so you know, in celebration of Resident Evil Requiem coming out and the fact that it's my favorite series, we're going to do a giveaway of the game, any platform of choice. We're going to do a 5 trivia answer question. Whoever gets the most answers right gets the game.
Hold on.
You're
Rez,
going to
you can
put
hear
these
me?
quick trivias on me?
Yeah, because I keep cutting out, so I'll need you to do it.
All right, well, text it to me.
I did.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay,
Hey,
so,
Rez, you can hear me?
all right, everybody, I had to
Yeah,
go
I can
off.
hear you. I can hear you.
Okay,
Legal, can you hear me?
all right.
Nah, I don't think
This
he
is
can
for
hear me.
everybody. So Rez will I guess Rez will have to go back and look at the answers from the show after it's all said and done. Or when the show's over,
Come on.
No, I'll look at the answers and keep tally.
you can look at the answers. Okay.
Yeah.
So here goes the first question. What year was the original Xbox released? A, 1999, B, 2000, C, 2001, or D, 2002. All right. The second one, which game was a launch title for the original Xbox and became one of its most iconic franchises? A, Gears of War, B, Halo Combat Evolved, C, Forza Motorsport, D, Fable. Did somebody back out? Hold on. Okay.
You got to put the letter for the answer.
Testing. You can hear me, guys?
Number 3.
Yeah, I can hear you.
What was the name of Xbox online gaming service launched in 2002? A, Xbox Network, B, Xbox Connect, C, Xbox Live, or D, Xbox Online. And before I go back, I'll make sure I read 2 correctly because I had to go back and get games in here. So this is the second question. Which game was a launch title for the original Xbox and became one of its most iconic franchises? Was it A, Gears of War, B, Halo Combat Evolved, C, Forza Motorsport, or D, Fable? Okay, then I'm to the fourth question. Which Xbox console introduced Kinect motion sensor? A, the original Xbox, B, Xbox 360, C, Xbox One, or D, Xbox Series X? The last and final 5th question. Which of the following is not an Xbox Game Studios franchise? A, Sea of Thieves, B, The Last of Us, C, Forza, D, State of Decay.
Man, what kind of question are these, man?
All right, fam. What's the
person?
What's the answers to all 5?
It's all on you. It's all on you, Rez. He's quiet. I don't know where he's at. Everybody's in bad connection. But I'm gonna be serious. It could be on my end personally because we're having these bad storms about to kick in, Red.
Yo, so he can't hear me.
I don't know how it is down there in H-Town.
Leah can't hear me, Red, right?
Weather, man.
He can't hear me.
So it could be on my side.
Hey, Rez, Leah can't hear me, right?
Yeah, it's on him.
Yeah, it's on him. Yeah. I can hear Realist. I can hear Rez.
Yeah, sorry, I was writing the answers down so I could count who got them all right.
Man, what kind of question are these? Hey, I got a question. Oh, no, I don't want to do
it. Hold on, I'm tallying this stuff up.
Imagine Mike Johnson get one. I like Mike Johnson. Hey, Mike Johnson. Hey, look, man, I gotta be Mike Johnson, man. Imagine Mike Johnson. Yeah, I know all of this shit. This shit. And Red said, "Oh, I want to get the code for the Xbox." Hey, Mike Johnson. Gotta buy an Xbox. Oh, Lee, if you can hear me, good news.
What's up?
I just pre-ordered Resident Evil. They're coming next week. You have some shipments. Man, how much did Capcom ship out these physical copies? That shit sold out in 24 hours. That's crazy. Everywhere. I went to 4 GameStops, 3 Best Buys, 2 Targets, called all these. Yeah, one of mom and pop store. Everywhere it's sold out.
You mean to tell me your mom and pop store didn't hold you down?
Everything sold out. The Switch 2, one store actually has a Switch 2. I said, nigga, I don't have a Switch 2. What am I gonna do with the Switch 2? What am I gonna do it? Well, I don't have. I got a regular Switch.
That's crazy. Yeah, shout out to
Then,
Capcom for Resident Evil Requiem, man. Fantastic game.
man, hey man, shout out to yo. This is the first time I ever see a physical copy sold out in years. People bought it.
I bought that game, man. Digitally, though. I bought mine digitally, but
you have to buy that shit digitally. Yeah,
that game was phenomenal.
If you want a physical copy, you gotta wait. They say you gotta wait for like shipments coming. Yeah.
G-Man said you even went to Blockbuster in Circuit City. He bought that Circuit City. I remember Circuit City, man.
Yo, shout out to Circuit City, man. My brother used to work there.
Circuit City was the truth there for a while.
Yeah,
man.
my brother
Best
used
Buy
to work
knocked
there.
them out. Best Buy knocked them out.
Best Buy knocked them out. Yeah, but my brother used to work in Circuit City, man. I remember Circuit City. Blockbuster, man. I used to work at Blockbuster. That was my first job. Hell yeah. He got shut down, by the way.
Netflix tore them up.
Man,
Netflix made Blockbuster alive.
Man, Netflix killed Blockbuster and the Egyptians, man. They killed them motherfuckers.
Hollywood Video.
I don't want
30 below Hollywood Video, yeah.
Now, we didn't have Hollywood Video in New York. We don't have Blockbuster, and that's it. It was a Blockbuster in the hood down the block I used to live. Now, it's different now. There's different stores now, but I remember in the 90s, we used to have a Blockbuster there. We used to rent games, like N64 games and PC games. And my cousin had a Genesis, and he used to rent games every Friday night, play Mortal Kombat 3, play all that stuff. Yeah. But Blockbuster doesn't exist no more, man.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nah. You're right. Blockbuster should have bought Netflix in 2002. Yup. That was their biggest mistake, bro.
Yeah, man.
Biggest mistake.
Dude. Even the Netflix CEO said, "Yo, buy us."
Yep.
He said, "Nah, we good. We nah, man. People ain't going out there."
Right, can you guys hear me?
He knew the
you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right, so we got a 4-way tie right now.
Oh, we got
between Nene, Red Dead Panda, Jago6, and Good Box.
Oh, damn. Okay, so look, I'm gonna do this one then.
So Legal, why don't you come up with a question and then tell me what the answer is?
Hey, for this tiebreaker, y'all better come up with a good one.
That's what I'm saying.
No. Let me get a good one.
You want to do this? You want to do it? Don't give it.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Let me think for it. Hold on. So come on, Raz. Man, Raz, you gotta have some good answers, man. Questions.
It's not supposed to be hard.
Look, Raz. Look, games. Raz. Look, games. Realist. Raz did a sheet. My son would have got all those right. He don't even know.
Yeah, man. Shit. My grandfather could get that right. He ain't play no games.
Whatever.
Shit. He said,
go ahead.
Let me think first.
Just for that, I'm going to send you My Little Pony on Xbox.
No. Give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. Hold on. Let me think, man.
All right.
Okay, come on, Red. You get better questions than that, man. Everybody can answer that, man.
Hey, not everybody answered them all right. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Rez. But no, I like this because it's a 4-way tie. So now I made it even better.
How do you know? How you get these questions?
Said his Xbox is dead, true or false.
Hey, true or false? Xbox is dead. I'll say true. They died like 10 times this week. He got dead 10 times this week. How many times he was dead next week?
Yeah, man, you get. Come on. We got to get a good question in.
Okay.
It's a 4-way tie, bro.
And whoever gets announced as the winner, you could reach out to me on Twitter. I go under Tranador Xbox. That's TRANID.
I got one.
Leave your name in the chat pack so they know how to reach you too.
Okay, here it goes. Okay, good. All right, I'm gonna give him 2 hard questions. Ready?
All right.
The first hard question is: which original Xbox game was the first console game ever support DLC through Xbox Live?
I like
Halo
it.
Combat, Mech Assault, Splinter Cell, or Project Gotham Racing? You ain't gonna answer that shit.
What's
Nobody
the
gonna
next
answer.
one?
Hey, I feel y'all, you know, like I hate when people give questions to where they don't want to give it away, but it's like y'all just really want to give it away.
Yeah.
No, come on, Red. Come on,
Hey, it's
Red. Red, they don't know this.
Yo, what's the next one, Games? That was a good one. I know it.
No,
But
just
what's the
one
next one?
question. Just one.
Hey, I got another
Okay.
question. Ready? Which game was the original being developed as a real-time strategy game for PC, become the flagship launch title for Xbox?
So we'll stick with the first one. Go back to the first.
Oh, okay, okay. Everybody
And
knows
he
that.
just got through making fun of Raz.
Hold on. I'm gonna give another one. But the first one is hard.
The first
Well,
one
what's
was
the first
enough.
one?
That's enough.
Well, what's the first one? Anybody get the first one right? I can't see the chat pad.
You'll see.
What's the answer?
Yeah, you gotta say what the answer is.
So the first one is which original Xbox the first console to support DLC? Is A, Halo, B, Mech Assault, C, Splinter Cell, or D, Project Gotham Racing? If you say B, you was right.
Yeah. So who said it first?
Who said it first, Rez?
Nobody that was in the tiebreaker got it right so far.
Oh,
Panda has an Panda said C. Yeah. No,
Oh, it's still a
no.
tiebreaker?
So what we can do is
Okay,
we can
hold on. I got one more hard question.
okay.
This is very hard.
Hold on, Games. What, Rubber ass?
I was saying if you pick a number between 1 and 10, and whoever gets closest to the number wins.
No, come on, Red. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
All right, if they can't get the question, then we're gonna do that.
No, we're gonna
It's my giveaway, motherfucker. What do you mean?
I'll give one more question. If you don't get this question,
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Before the console launch, the original Xbox has several internal prototypes names at Microsoft. What's the code preferred to the developer hardware kit using the PC parts that developers receive before the final console exists? A, Midway, B, Alpha, C, XDX, or D, Direct Xbox?
Okay, good box.
Y'all better get that one. There's multiple
I'm
choice.
telling you. I know. Good box dropped his in. Damn, Jago, there they come.
Hey, only Nene, Red Dead Panda, Jago 6, and Goodbox should be answering.
Right.
What are they saying? They're saying D,
God.
right? They're saying D?
They're saying D, man.
Oh, all right. Hey, Rez, do the 1 to 10, man. They get it wrong, man. Hey, that's too hard for them. Hey, what bad, man?
All right, so
the answer is B, Alpha. The Alpha kits were the PC power
so the
parts.
4 tiebreakers, pick a number.
I thought we was around Xbox fans. I thought we was
Pick a number between 1 and 10. Whoever's the closest wins.
I think you get right. Yo, come on. It's an Alpha kit. I actually know that they literally said in the documentary the Alpha kits were PC tower parts with Intel hardware and NVIDIA GPUs who used developer before the final Xbox were ready. You know, they were allowed studios to build their own games early for a coming console. Now, if you say D, DIRREC Xbox, that was
the final product, yeah.
That was the final name because DIRREC Xbox never came because that was not the Shaman Black's Shaman's team. You was close. At least didn't say Midway. If I said Midway, I'm gonna whoop your ass. But Midway's a gaming studio.
All right, I'm still waiting for an answer from Nene and Goodbox.
Man, how you guys don't get this, man? You guys are Xbox fans. Oh man, where you find these people at, Legal?
Nene, pick a number between 1 and 10.
This is funny. This is
all right. Nene wins. He picked 7, and my number was 7.
Damn,
so.
He hit it on the damn.
Damn, that's a lucky number. Damn.
It didn't even matter. The
Hey,
winner
hey,
goes to
then,
Nene. Damn.
and then they say,
Congratulations, guys. Reach out to me on Twitter and send me your gamer tag, or I'll send you the gift card or the equivalent of the game.
Yo, that's dope, Rez. I mean,
Hey,
nothing but respect, man.
you should do another hard question. How you guys don't know this? How you guys know Xbox and trivia? Come on, man. Everybody. The
What you
first
say,
one
Rez?
was
The games? This is my damn quibble.
you guys are down bad.
Games, you're crazy, man. You're crazy.
He is, man.
No,
Days
I
be
ain't
wanting all
crazy.
the smoke, man.
No,
That's
I ain't
what.
about small. You put the easiest questions ever, Rez, and most of them get it wrong. Mike Johnson probably get half the right. But, yeah, man. Overall, man.
Realist, what do you think? Do you think this is a smart move by Sony, or do you think it's dumb as hell? Them like pulling back on PC.
Yeah, let's get Rez in here.
All right. Now, told y'all what time I was gonna be able to come on. See, I gotta do daddy duties. I'm in here making Philly cheesesteaks and
Yo, Rez, ain't
podcast
nothing
with y'all.
going right tonight, bro.
So what? You can't hear?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, Realist. You
I was
got the
about to
mic,
say
baby.
everybody else should be able to hear. Just you. You're the only one with a problem. But nah, man. Look, we were talking earlier. I don't think they're gonna do it. See, the thing is they're only releasing one game a year, right? One tentpole title, right? One tentpole title per year. So they was already taking 1 or 2 years to bring a game to PC. What's changed about the PlayStation user base? Did they all of a sudden start buying games and stop playing Fortnite, Call of Duty? So I don't think that they're gonna pull away from PC. And another thing, the majority of their games that they're trying to put out are live service games. So they're gonna be everywhere anyway. If they did do it, I mean, it's their games. I can call it stupid. They're gonna make less money. That's for sure. They're gonna make less money. And I got so many problems that I just can't buy into the rumor, because just what, like last month they had the little fireside chat and said that they were going to be going off console again. They just said that again.
Right.
So what are we doing? I, here, yeah, I can't buy into that. Because they just had an investor meeting. The fireside chat just said they were going to be going off console. Just talked about how MLB The Show has been making more money than it's ever made. How Helldivers on Xbox has almost half as many sales as it does on PlayStation. How the PC basically carried Helldivers. What smart people do they have in leadership to say that? Look at what a game that's put on PC day one can do. I see them trying to go with perception like they always do. Play the game, let the media do their dirty work for them. But I don't think they're gonna abandon PC. The best of oh, dog it. The best a fanboy can hope for is that PlayStation gets a launcher. Because the thing is, man, it seems like the gamers are more concerned about the money these companies make as opposed to the games they're getting. These dudes are trying to champion a console where they came out and told them flat out, you're only going to get one game per year. And what if that game has to get delayed somehow? So like none of it makes sense to me, and I don't see how they're gonna be able to make that work. I don't believe it, because otherwise, when Microsoft comes out and says something, they say, "Oh, they can't lie to the investors, but Sony can." So, I wouldn't hear for most of the show, but I don't know how y'all put that together. I mean, do y'all remember what they were saying?
No, but I mean, no, what you basically saying,
Yeah,
what we
you're right. It
saying.
goes against everything they've been saying recently. Yeah.
Look what Jago just said. If it don't go day and date, it's bad. Or for PC, it ain't gonna make it. I said that earlier. It's the day and date. Helldivers 2 proved that. So Jago, it's like, so really, this is what I was saying. Day and date destroys the perception of having to have a PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
That's what it does. It
Okay.
destroys it. And this is a problem. I told y'all this was going to be a problem. People like Jago and everybody that's been listening to me, I told y'all this day was coming.
But before you say something, realist and legal. Listen, I said it again, right? And I agree with realist. I don't see this shit happening, man. Because I'm looking. Look, I have Steam, right? I bought Days Gone, Spider-Man 1. I did, and I don't know what the hell I bought after that, right? I did buy Returnal, but the problem with these games that these games didn't come out the same time or 6 months before, I mean, after the PlayStation 5 release, right? Most of these games came out 2 years ago, full price. Yes, a lot of PC gamers will buy it, but not a lot of them care because their games are not good anyway. Yeah, all right? So you putting out the PC market because you wanted to sell the console, right? You wanted to sell, you want people to come to your console because you think the console it more matters than the consumer. Fine. But guess what, PlayStation? Nobody playing your games on your console.
Yeah.
Your attach rate is very low. All right? So majority of people on the PS5 play the 2Ks, the Call of Duty, the Fortnite, and everything. So, and you trying to money hack a lot of games to keep games away from Xbox, it still doesn't work. Even some developers out there said, nah, we good. Look at Crimson Desert. They trying to money hack that goddamn game. And the developer said, nah, we got to put this shit everywhere.
Yep.
Because our game going to cost a lot of money, right? They need the Xbox fans. They need the PC dudes. Look, I'm going to say this, right? I'm going to say this, right? I don't believe Jason Schreier because he's a PlayStation fanboy. He really is. And deep down, the man is a PlayStation fanboy. All right? But if Sony had to come out, I'm going to see the next investor meeting from PlayStation because they lied. They lied to a lot of people. They lied to the fans, and they lied to PC gamers, and they lied to Xbox gamers. Because you go, so legal. So what was the point putting Helldivers 2 on Xbox? And you're gonna pull out, oh, we want to sell the console. Oh, we want to sell. So now you care about the console? Dude, you're getting the same customers every generation. You're not getting any new customers. So you want people to buy Ghost of Tsushima or Yote, people ain't buying that right now. People move on. All right? You got to tap on a different audience. Listen, I understand
more facts.
I understand where people come from with exclusives, but their day and age, dude, me, legal, we don't have a PlayStation. I'm not jumping $700 to play one game like Wolverine, beat the game, then what the hell I do with the PlayStation? Put it in my closet for another game come out in the next 2-3 years down the line that if a game interested me? It doesn't work like that. You guys, and a lot of you guys on Twitter, oh, I buy a console to play exclusive. So you only play exclusive?
That means you ain't playing no game.
You don't play nothing outside of exclusive. I ratioed somebody yesterday on Twitter that somebody, okay, the guy said, oh, I bought a console. I'm going to tell you what this idiot says. Because I ratio this dude because if you want to play games that are exclusive, then you're not a gamer. And she's stupid. Because you're limiting yourself for other games. Now, don't get me wrong, right? Don't get me wrong. Back in the day,
he just playing exclusives.
But legal, get me wrong, right? I understand back in the days, right? Yes, you have the PlayStation versus in 64, right? Yes, you can't play Final Fantasy 7 on the and 64, so you have to buy a PlayStation, right? I get it, right? If you want to play that game. But the reason why that happened for you a long time ago, because all of them had different architectures, right?
Right.
But you have to look at today. Both of these freaking systems have the
AMD.
exact same AMD
Yeah.
architecture. And listen, I'm get it. You don't pull your game everywhere. You want to value your platform. But guess what? That doesn't mean nothing. Because I'm gonna tell you why. I had a Wii U. It had games. It had better games than the PS4 and Xbox One at that time. The best games on the goddamn Switch are the Wii U ports. Yeah, I didn't even mind the Wii U. Most of you guys bought a Switch to play Wii U games full price, like Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. I bought that game for the Wii U. I bought beat the game. And I see these clowns buying the exact same games on the Switch. Talking about, oh, the Switch winning because we hit exclusives. No, the Switch is winning because it's portability. Your whole
Oh my God.
you're basically tapping a different market now that little kids can go out there and play the games outside of their home. And Nintendo been doing that for years. That's what Rita said on the panel one time. He said if you combine the DS and you combine the Wii, it's over 250 million sales. That's why Nintendo always co with the home console with their handheld. But this time they combined it in one team. That's why it could coexist. This should have been done since the GameCube, in my opinion. But so yeah, if you so I don't see it. And I was realist. You guys are listen. Legal. I'm gonna keep repeating myself. They're playing a dangerous game here. You know, one dude on Twitter talking about falls. It doesn't impact me. Why should I buy? Why should I pay $500 for a console where you can give out the exclusive games to PC players? I bought it to play your exclusive, not share it with others. People like to make this to a Sony fanboy thing.
But watch this, Games.
No. That's what you said. When it values all brands. You know what I told him? You only play exclusives? And so, what did I say that? You literally just said in the tweet, you said, why should I pay $500 for your console for giving out the exclusive games to PC players? I bought it to play your exclusives, not share with others. So you
and Sony needs revenue anywhere they can get it. So they're just losing that money.
Rez?
Yeah.
Rez, what are they going to get the revenue?
Games, here it is. Look.
From PC players. What do you mean?
Yeah, but if they get the PC players, the Sony music ain't doing shit. The music ain't doing nothing. The semiconductors for the camera ain't doing anything. So where are you to get the extra revenue?
Here's the thing, though. Less than 10% of their players are buying their exclusives. So, how's that going to help them? I don't know.
So right there, stop right there. Cygnus, where's the win at? I'm still, see, y'all say a bunch of stuff, but the reality is saying, well, make it make sense. You're saying it's a huge win for the whole gaming industry today because you hear a rumor, Sony hasn't even officially said it, but you're saying that it's a huge win when the numbers just said that less than 10% of y'all even buy the exclusives. Less than 10%. That's a very small percentage. Very small percentage. Less than 10%.
Yeah.
Where's the win? Hold on. Where is the win in that? See, I understand why you feel the way you feel, but here's the funny part about it. What you're just saying shows me your weakness as a fan. You're not making Sony look strong, you're making it look severely weak.
Mm-hmm.
Because if your percentage numbers were above 10%, let's just say maybe 15 to 20% of y'all play exclusive, okay, there's no argument. But it says only 4% of y'all pay 2 games a year. 4%.
Yeah.
Less than 10% of that 10%, less than 10% spend money on exclusive. 4% buy 2 games a year. So between 4% and 10%, what Games and Rez was saying, y'all, I mean, what you can gamble on that, but anything under 4%, y'all ain't doing shit. And that's your range. The number could be 9 or 8 because it said under 10%. I'm not gonna go that far and say 7%, but let's just say 9 or 8%. You have 9 and 8% to 0%. That's your range on PlayStation when it comes to exclusives. Out of that, 4% buy 1 or 2 games. That's it. That's it. The average player pays about $140 on PlayStation. That's it. And you're wondering why Sony is trying to get away from y'all. And then you got Cygnus in there talking about it's a huge win.
It's not a huge win.
But do y'all see what my issue is? That's my issue. And that's what I was telling Mike Johnson. I said, Mike, you're gonna have to get crucified. Because I know Cygnus ain't this dumb. I know he's not. Cygnus ain't this dumb because he hangs around us. He knows better. But what I'm trying to get everybody to understand is these severe PlayStation fans have a condition. It's beyond fanboyism. Fanboys even know when to draw the line. Y'all got a severe problem. It's a condition. I don't even know what to call it other than the mad cow disease. But y'all think that everything Sony does is a victim.
Island Gaming with Jay got the right name for it, bro. Where you at?
What are you saying?
I said Island Gaming with Jay got the right name for it. Where you at?
Oh,
you said you don't know what to call it? It's a sickness.
It's a sickness, bro.
Hey, before you say this, hey, Lee, one day you put Mike Johnson in the chat, man. We gotta talk to Mike Johnson, man. I'm sorry, man. We gotta talk to Mike Johnson, man. Mike Johnson, listen, man, you need to stop, man. All right, PlayStation trash. Get an Xbox. Join the Xbox family. You need to stop, man. Mike Johnson, listen, man. Listen, you come to the legal show to just troll. All right, I gotta speak to you one day, brother, man.
He all good, man. Mike's good, but I'm just saying,
I know.
Cygnus knows better than this, man. And I'm telling y'all, but we said this before Realist came on the show. Realist, we was talking about how the problem is these PlayStation fans. They're unwavering idiot thinking. Y'all are destroying your own brand and don't even realize it. You're down to 1 game, and y'all still toting around as victories and telling other people their platform is dead. When Microsoft just is going to put out Forza, look, I just want everybody to just watch this, y'all. Xbox is dead, right? But Xbox is about to put out Fable, Gears of War E-Day, Forza Horizon 6, and Call of Duty. Again. Because you know Black Ops 7 is going to get another update.
Banger after banger.
It's sad. Luckily, Perfect Dark got canceled. That'd have been 5 games. But Xbox is dead. Go to PlayStation, Wolverine. That's it.
Hey, but really, legal. You want to realize, right?
If you go on their narrative games, like you saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all I play was exclusive. They're waiting until they don't play nothing else. They're waiting on September to play Wolverine, and when they beat it,
yes.
That's what y'all are basically saying.
This is a sickness.
This is I don't. That's why I can't.
It's
take
a one and done too. So They'll be done within a day or two, and that's it.
But dude, look, man.
Yeah, that's right.
I've been gaming a long time. I never seen this. I never heard people in the real life that, yo, man, I gotta buy an Xbox or PlayStation to play, exclusive. Like, legal. I've been playing games a long time, right? I had an Xbox and a GameCube. Yeah, I got the exclusive like Halo or whatever. But I didn't
had tons of them on Nintendo. But
yeah,
even on Nintendo, you didn't say that.
Yeah, I never really buy a console to just really play exclusive because I know the exclusive will be there because you can't really play Mario on PlayStation. We know that. But I buy a Nintendo because I'm a fan of Nintendo. And I do buy third-party games on Nintendo sometimes. I bought an Xbox to play Splinter Cell. I didn't even know Splinter Cell was exclusive for Xbox. Legal, I ain't not lying to you. Because I remember Ryan McCaffrey tweeted out talking about the OG Xbox had exclusive like Splinter Cell. I said, nigga, Splinter Cell was not even exclusive. I had to do my research. It was. It was like a year, like a 6 months exclusive. How the hell am I supposed to know that? Because I remember Splinter Cell was on the GameCube and the PS2. Because my cousin had Splinter Cell on the PS2. I didn't even know Splinter Cell was exclusive. I just bought the game because I look at the game magazine, I look at the graphics,
cool. Yeah,
and I look at, oh shit, I gotta get an Xbox to play this, and I did. Taking
hey guys, I gotta head out though, but it was a great show. Congratulations to the winner. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, Rez.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you, Rez.
Right. But legal, I never had that mentality. I don't get me wrong.
No, go ahead.
I never had that mentality. Oh, my bad.
No, go ahead, Games. Finish up.
No, I'm just saying, I never had that mentality.
What happened to Games? Realist,
you
go ahead.
Hear me?
Go ahead, Realist. You want to add to anything?
No, man, he can't hear me then.
Can't hear us. Everybody can hear you. He can't.
Oh, okay. I don't know what happened. I just can hear him, and then he just, I don't know. It's probably, I'm told you, man, I got these storms.
Hold on. I'm going to back out.
Yo, Realist, just let me know when he backed out. Okay. I was going to tell you, just let me know when he's done. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I ain't never seen nothing like it, Realist. I ain't never seen nothing like it. It's just, they're not going to learn, man, until it all falls apart.
No, look, man. It's just like if Xbox really was dying, we're gonna sink with the ship. We're gonna still be Xbox fans, and nothing gonna stop that. So when PlayStation put the games on PC, they cried, just like we did. But you look at people like Strauss Zelnick, right? He says that we're getting ready to move away from closed platforms. Who you think make the rules? Strauss Zelnick or whoever running PlayStation right now? Herman Holtz. Who running PlayStation? Legal.
Herman Holtz?
I don't think so. I think he did at one time, but whoever running it ain't Strauss Zelnick. Because when you remember the email from Epic to PlayStation, who running things? Epic to PlayStation. Who calling the shots?
Epic.
It's to the point now to where the platforms are bigger than the console makers. It's now where you can't bully like Nintendo used to back in the 90s, the 80s, where you telling people what you will and won't do what they can't do. These they're gonna drag along just long enough before they start threatening legal action, because Nintendo can't keep them off. So when it comes down to who's going to call these shots, it's going to be these publishers. And when 2K Rockstar CEO comes out and said, we're moving away from this closed platform to a more open platform like a PC, PlayStation is going to have to get in line, or they're going to have to try to position themselves like a Nintendo, because you see different articles talk about how PlayStation is going to make a less powerful console, which would be smart on their part. But it would be smart for Xbox to do something to counter that. Their Series S that's on side of the magnets has to be something that's on par with PlayStation, where they can go battle on price with. Can't have something that's cheaper and less powerful, because it's obvious that that's the kind of stuff that's going to get exposed when they start doing side by sides. But they're going to go down with the ship, man, and I expect nothing less from them. Like any other real fan, I always bring Cowboys fans up. They catch strays every weekend. They're going down with the ship, and every new year they think they're going to win a Super Bowl. So I'm not gonna knock the PlayStation fans, but what it is they need to start to exercise some common sense. Right now, you got a whole lot of confirmation bias going on. Jason Schreier says one thing, but then you got Lentau, you got all the way back to Jim Ryan telling them the truth. Console is not enough. Console hasn't been enough, and nothing has changed. Everything's still the same. The same six are still running things.
So really,
who is this guy?
So really,
I can't remember. Don't do that. I can't remember who said it, but he calls these games the Sinister Six. The Sinister Six is running Xbox and PlayStation. What has changed with them to where PlayStation automatically just magically thinks they're going to start selling more games? What you want to ask me, man?
I was gonna say.
Bro, I finally got finished cooking because I felt bad because I was trying to do. I was like, man, I wonder what I sound like. Do I sound confused? Because I'm flipping meat. I'm going back and forth. I'm trying to talk about it because Resident was like, what you think? What you think, Riz? I'm like, oh shoot, yeah. I'm tell you what I think right now. You know what I'm saying? But now I ain't doing nothing. So what is it that you had to say?
See, this is where they think they fooling people. Cygnus, that's what Cygnus just said. I can dissect this whole thing, Cygnus. Watch this. Cygnus says the whole gaming industry is celebrating today. No, it's not. The whole gaming industry is not.
Is Thomas Mahler celebrating?
Right, look.
Huh? Does he even know who Thomas Mahler is? He's one of these dude. Is freaking Corey Barlog celebrating? Corey Barlog don't win his games only on PlayStation. He's the one when the fans say, hey, can we get these games on PC? He said, well, that's up to Sony. Well, Kojima got this game. He said, well, I'm not Kojima, but I like for more people to be able to play our games. It just is what it is, man. These people get paid based off sales.
Yeah, but a lot of developers.
And if you can have a platform of 125, that's what they do get. So let me give it you can have a console base of 250 million people, and if only 2% of these people are buying these games, what are you doing a disservice to the IP? This is why every game that they got right now, from these AA's to these indies, yeah, they'll cut out Xbox, but they won't cut out PC anymore.
Nope.
Kena is day one on PC. Whatever that game is, something Alone in the Dark. Not Alone in the Dark. I can't remember the name of that game. It came out, it was a dud. They dropped 2 duds back to back, one from the China studio.
Oh, I know you talk about that dark game.
It ain't dark.
Doing eating a burger or something.
Oh, me?
Look. No, but look. So look, these games
Midnight
are on PC.
Murder Club?
No, bro, that was on Xbox. So look, no, Midnight Fight Club, that was on Xbox. I'm talking about that game. It came out probably a couple months ago.
No, I said Midnight Murder Club. That was a multiplayer game for PC.
Yeah. I'm talking about the Midnight Fight Club, whatever. That game was the Game Pass. But anyway, so look, all these games coming out. Kena, day one on PC. Phantom Blade Zero, day one on PC. They're not able to cut out PC anymore. They're not finna sit around and watch PlayStation just eat off of their IP while it dies on their platform, and then drag it on to PC or Xbox a year and a half later, and nobody cares about it anymore.
Facts. Because that's what's going to happen.
The walls are closing in on PlayStation. I said it in the beginning of the generation. Was only one AAA that was still doing timed exclusivity. I said, once that domino falls, it's a wrap for PlayStation. And if you look at the only studios, and once Square Enix fell, you wanted to do a show, because I've been saying it for years.
Yep.
Listen, man. The only people willing to do this are these upstart, Ember, Baby Studio.
There you go.
Yes, they do good work. Yes, they make pretty games. They're animators, but they don't sell. They haven't sold yet. But guess what? They see the effects of doing a time exclusivity deal with PlayStation, but they still need PlayStation right now, so they'll still do something with them. But they're not cutting out PC. Phantom Blade Zero had the good sense to do it. Black Myth Wukong had the sense to do it. This is why Xbox is like, you know what? We'll put out a console with Steam. A lot of these PlayStation fans, oh, they're doing it so that Xbox can't get it on the Magnus. Bro, they're not really worried about the Magnus. They're worried about trying to preserve the console for as long as they can, while maximizing their dollars by selling the game everywhere. But they got to play the perception right now. But what these PlayStation fans should really be concerned about is lack of output by PlayStation, instead of worry about where these games are going. If you're thinking that they're going to release less games, sell less copies, but make more games somehow, that's a horrible. If you bought this console for exclusives and you're getting less exclusives, why are you buying this console?
That's it.
You're gonna start hearing these people say quantity more than quality. Quality over quantity. Quality over quantity. That's the only thing they're gonna get to say. And if that game is trash, they're gonna have to say that it's a quality game because it's pretty. They're gonna have to find something good because they have no choice. Because you get stuck with one game per year. And maybe some live service games are gonna come out and flop, but it's gonna be everywhere and it's gonna still flop. This is where your favorite platform decided to spend their little money on. More money than me, but it's a little money in the grand scheme of everything. They don't have the type of IP power as Nintendo has. I'm tired of these PlayStation fans trying to lump PlayStation and Nintendo into the same category. They are not. Xbox and PlayStation are third-party platforms.
True.
Go watch Console Wars, and they both came out and said the same thing. We wanted to make a console where third party would be happy to make a game on. Nintendo says, what sense does it make for everybody to sell the same games? They don't want y'all anyway, because y'all just creating more competition.
Right.
See, Nintendo was hostile towards third party because they understood that they were competition. PlayStation and Xbox needed third party.
Right.
But the difference between PlayStation and Xbox right now is that Xbox can go make that third party first party when they feel like it.
Right.
Yeah.
They got publishing power. Yeah.
PlayStation will have one game every year to make the top list, and it'll do it for about a month, and that's MLB The Show. I expect if Wolverine comes out this year, I expect it to make it. You know what I mean?
It's Wolverine.
It's a brand new game.
Yeah. No, it's not a brand new game. It's a Marvel game.
Look here, man. Look. But you boys are hyping up a game that's hamstringing your favorite platform. The mouse is going to take a 35 to 45% cut off of every game unit sold. If it's anything like Spider-Man, you won't get any physical copies. It'll be very minimal because guess what? The mouse penalizes you because he don't get no cuts of the resales. So they're gonna have to pay more for bundles. So you're gonna have very little limited edition consoles because the mouse penalizes bundle sales. Why?
And Mickey Mouse is a monster.
Why? Because they have minimum limit set on these games being sold. And PlayStation can skirt the system if they have some kind of console demand and bundle these games in. Because Spider-Man, nobody really cared about Spider-Man. PlayStation was $200 during Black Friday. That's what they threw it in there, and they got all them sales. And that's why when you see where they can't do all that stuff, Spider-Man 2 don't sell the same amount of units as Spider-Man 1. Even with PC included, it still did not sell Spider-Man 1. And if history tells us anything, all of their sequels gonna sell less than the first. Because people are losing interest in what they provide. But they think somehow, no, it makes no sense. Sony knows better than this. Jimmy knows better than this. But they got to try to play this perception game. See, you notice Sony ain't said nothing. Sony hasn't confirmed anything. This is what's his name? Jason Schreier coming out. And that's going to create enough waves to get some kind of confidence. Yeah, they might go buy a PlayStation, but they're not going to buy your games. That is their problem. And honestly, it's Xbox's problem. They have the same attachment rates. Spider-Man was their game with the highest attach rate. Halo is Xbox's game with the highest attach rate. Somehow, Xbox needs to get back to that. They need to get back to where people are buying their console and putting their games on PlayStation ain't going to get it done. But if PlayStation somehow gets to play dirty, I don't see Microsoft continuing to feed them because I think they're starting to see the big picture. I think the investors are starting to see the big picture. Like I told you earlier, Legal, they got to kill PlayStation. They can't be friendly with them. This is a hostile competitor. They got to kill them. They're not gonna just say, "Oh yeah, let us announce an Xbox game at the end of our showcase." When we show a game trailer,
Because PlayStation ain't gonna do that.
yeah, let us let everybody know the Xbox has. Yeah, it's wrong that Aaron Greenberg has to come out and say it's coming to Xbox too. Let us go ahead and let everybody know where the game's coming, so that everybody knows where they'll get to play the game wherever they are. No, they're not gonna play that game.
Nope.
They're gonna keep trying to get exclusive from wherever they can get them, even though the pool is shallow. They're gonna have something to say that Xbox don't have it, because they know that the goofy fans, even though they're not buying the games,
That's
are gonna
it.
get out there and make ripples and talk about how we got something y'all don't.
There it is.
Pause
Bingo.
that.
And that's what I was
hold
gonna
on.
say about this comment. When he
But
said
hold
the
on.
whole gaming industry is celebrating today, most of them begging the new Xbox CEO to do the same. No, they're not. Listen, here's the difference. You want Microsoft, who is much bigger than PlayStation, to shrink its vision down to PlayStation. That way it's an even playing field for y'all. It's
Yeah.
all about a weakness. There's no way that you can upscale PlayStation up to Xbox and do what Xbox is doing. You can't do that. So you rather play this strategy and then try to make it seem like this is the best strategy for the gaming industry when we clearly know it's not, right? And then you want something like Microsoft, who's way up here, to come all the way down and play this little weak strategy with PlayStation. That doesn't even make any sense. That's what I'm saying. Y'all playing yourselves. And y'all gonna play yourselves right out of a platform.
Yeah, but legal.
Next generation, we're not even gonna see y'all next generation. Y'all will still be talking about. What's gonna be funny is y'all gonna still be talking about PlayStation 5 for years to come, but no games on it. That's why you're hearing this ripple. That's why, Talos, they're starting to come up with this theory, realists. They don't want this to happen. That's all this is. We don't have a concrete of confirmation on any of this stuff because it's not one. But they're really telling you and showing you what they really fear. This is the fear that they see it. See, now I'm happy that y'all can see some kind of future now. Talos, they can see some kind of future now. They're admitting it. You can't fool me, Cygnus. That feeble, I told you. I'm way above the feeble mindsets. You can't fool me. I know why y'all are screaming this. This is fear. The whole notion that, realist, the whole notion that Xbox can play a PlayStation game upset them. That eats their soul up. Knowing that you can right now can play those PlayStation games right now. It eats their soul up. Because once you take away that I can play my game anywhere other than PlayStation, it devalues PlayStation. It didn't devalue the Xbox. See, they preached and preached and preached. Oh, there's no need to get an Xbox, just get a PC.
Bro,
But then we get the numbers from Take-Two.
Devalued. The PlayStation and Xbox has been devalued by third party. That's where they went wrong. Third party makes them more money than Nintendo makes on first party. But right now, they're trying to sell more first party games while Nintendo's trying to sell more third party games and they can't. Right? So they all have a dilemma. They all have a dilemma. But bro, these dudes, man, look, they're gonna go down with the ship. I hear you, bro. The games are bigger than these platforms now. That's the issue. That's what Nintendo's trying to combat right now. They see what's happening to Xbox and PlayStation. The difference between all three of them, though, is that Call of Duty is now on Xbox. Minecraft is now on Xbox. That's the difference. Like they own that. That's something that they get to contend with the heavyweights with. Where's PlayStation's answer? Helldivers? No, Helldivers will be gone in a couple years. Just like Destiny. Destiny lasted for about 15 or whatever, but they don't have anything like that. And until the paradigm switches to where people are going back to play piecemeal games and away from this live service, PlayStation has a dilemma.
Real quick,
go ahead, bro.
You made a point about Helldivers, okay? Now I want people to understand so they don't go too far off for you. I know what you're talking about. That's what I'm gonna say. Realist makes a point when he said, okay, so here's going to be the problem. The problem when PlayStation got something with a live service game is that this is why there's a reason why their live service games don't last long. Now, I'm not going to guarantee it and say this is exactly what's going to happen to Helldivers 2 because they still got a chance to do something with it. But Realist is right. When you paper trail everything, there's a reason why they don't last, okay? And this is where I'm going behind Realist. The reason why they don't last, Realist, ain't because the games are trash. We're not gonna do that. What we're gonna say is this. Here's the fact: they don't know how to update, Realist. They're not creative enough. See, Xbox games, they know how to update. They know how to keep things rolling, and they keep things refreshed and keep things new. What's one of the problems with Helldivers 2 right now, Realist? They're saying, damn it, man, we need to do something else. We need to do, and the developers say, yeah, hang on, we're coming up with something fresh for y'all soon. See? Soon.
Legal. Remember Jim Ryan at the CMA, bro. He said this, he didn't lie. And I think he got himself in deep water when he said it because he put their pants down too far. He put their pants and their panties down. Because what he said is nobody can compete with Call of Duty. Right? Yeah. Nobody can make a game to compete with Call of Duty. And that includes Helldivers. Why? Because they don't have the manpower. What's the name of that studio game he wrote? Something Arrowhead.
Yeah, Arrowhead.
Yeah, you said it. Ain't that what you said? Fair game, something like that.
Oh, fair game
with the live service games. It was
Studios.
Who? No, man, Arrowhead
Studios.
Yeah, Arrowhead.
Arrowhead.
What you talking about, bro? That's Jay Raymond. Fair games is another
Jay
one
Raymond.
they're probably gonna have to cancel.
Yep.
Yeah,
but that's been canceled.
They were never equipped to keep up with the Arc Raiders. That's Embark is a big, huge studio known for making live service games. They were never intending to compete with these types of games, but PlayStation needs them to. The popularity of the game demands that they try, but they're not equipped to do it. And Jim Ryan told a lot of truths that they ignored. They rather hate Jim Ryan than acknowledge the truths that he told. They cannot compete. And what I told y'all a couple years ago when you had all these weak ass Xbox fans talking about how Xbox needs to make a game like PlayStation. No, PlayStation needs to make a game like Xbox. PlayStation has yet to bring a game out that has multiplayer day one with the campaign.
Facts.
They're just not getting Yote Legends. I remember when what's the name of that game? The bullet hell game? Celine Returnal. Returnal came out. It took them a year to bring the co-op out. They can't do two things they can't walk and chew bubblegum.
Facts.
And so these are the problems. But I understand that maybe they don't want them to treat Ghost of Tsushima like people treat Call of Duty. Skip the campaign, go straight into the multiplayer. All the hard work and beautiful detail that we put into these worlds needs to be experienced by our wonderful gamers all over the world. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, I don't know what they're gonna do. But what I said back then was PlayStation don't have heart for the fight. If Sea of Thieves was a PlayStation game, it would be dead by now.
Facts.
If Sea of Thieves came out and it was no gamers playing it, and it came out, maybe it was a little undercooked or it didn't have the content, or they said we're gonna let the community build this game. See, at first I thought it was bullcrap. But that's
you
exactly
did, really. I couldn't get to the point. Yeah.
I was like,
you was not a fan of it, bro.
I played that game and all I did was sail. I said, some pretty water.
You did. I couldn't get
you know what I'm saying?
But
they told the truth. They said that we're gonna let the players create this world.
We're
gonna take player feedback and we're gonna update the game accordingly. And that's exactly what they did. But if it was a PlayStation game, it would be dead. It would have been dead 2 weeks into its life cycle.
Yeah.
You see, this is the difference. But it costs money to play that game. Right. But when it comes to when you talk about how now PlayStation wants to run away from PC, bro, Xbox is playing this game so crazy on PlayStation. The fans don't see it, but Jim Ryan saw it. Jim Ryan been talking about it. It's in the emails. Go read the emails when he says, nah, this ain't about exclusivity. They're thinking much bigger.
Stop, really. Yeah.
I just talked to Phil and Bobby, and we'll have Call of Duty on our console for years to come. But keep your eyes open because we got some things cooking. I don't know who he was talking to, and the dude was like, "Yeah, please take care of our baby." You know what I mean? Like these are the things that this dude was saying that was true. But they rather listen to Jason Schreier because he soothes them. He rubs them on the booty.
There you go.
With these rumors, this confirmation bias that they see. PlayStation got to have heart for the fight. Marathon is not going to last long. The only reason that I give them 2 months is because it's Bungie and they spent $3.7 billion on it.
Facts.
You look at what happened to Concord. Concord should have put more content in there. They should have fought a little longer. This ain't High Guard where Tencent is backing you. This is you backing your studio that you spent money on. They bought the studio, paid for the development time, and then just cash out the game after 2 weeks. That won't happen with Xbox. You'll know that the game was absolutely dead and had no shot if Xbox killed it. But I don't think Xbox would have greenlit something like that. Not when it comes to live service. They might have their fumbles when it comes to some of these games, like a Redfall. But see, that was Bethesda trying to be more than what they were. And so now what these guys really don't understand, and I'm gonna stop on that, is that Nix's is still a PlayStation studio and they need work.
Yep.
But before Rita says something like everything Rita says right.
None of that changed.
Oh, can't
man, you said a mouthful, but man, I'm telling you, everything you said was facts.
I can hear you, but for whatever reason, and I'm sure everybody else can hear you, he can't hear you. Can you hear Game Heroes?
I think it's a storm thing with me, man. It's got to be something because we're getting I'm getting bad storms. Yeah.
Before he says,
but no, realist, you was cooking. No, listen, I agree with everything you said, man. It's just,
hey, listen,
we're trying to tell the PlayStation fans something. We're trying, but they just won't. They're not gonna listen, man, because we're not tickling their Elmo. You know, we're not soothing their pain level. You know, and I don't have time to do that. You know, that's right, Sincere. Yup, the same with State of Decay 2. Facts. Grounded, Forza Horizon, and countless other games. That's right. You can say what you want, but Xbox supports their live service games long after release. You know what, Sincere? There was a reason why Microsoft created Xbox Live. You see what I'm saying? Well, even back then, like I keep saying, even back then, when they made fun of us for paying for that. But there's a reason why something that the name called Xbox Live existed as long as it did. Because they're willing to support live service games. Xbox Live was all about the preservation of live service games, online multiplayer games, any of that brought forth community gaming.
Yeah, that's bad.
Microsoft has invested billions into such an infrastructure.
I know
so to think that they're not going to have games that continue on is just absurd. PlayStation never invested in something like that. They never did. They never kept it. They never put billions.
Trying to talk.
Go out and cut back in, man. I can't hear him. But
I can hear him.
But yeah, it's that's the whole point of it, man. It's the investment. Like Rilla said it, and like Sincere said, if you don't see it, it didn't exist. That's gaming. You saw it. You saw Xbox Live come into fruition. Everybody saw that. You saw that we had to pay for that service. Everybody saw that. So to think that Microsoft ever played around with live service anything is absurd. We never got anything free. It's never been coupon over here, man. Never. Yep. Never. You guys got to make your mind up on how you're going to make fun of us. Either we're paying for something or we're not. Which one is it? Because it's almost like an Xbox fan is he's damned if he do, she's damned if she don't. It don't make a difference with us. The bottom line is our games outlast all the PlayStation games. Period. They outlast them all. It's to a point where Microsoft is giving you their games now. And that's sad. Because they don't even have to do that. We don't need PlayStation for our games to succeed. That's facts. My only thing is it's gotta make sense. Some kind of way. You're relying on a franchise fan base that doesn't even take care of their own platform.
That's facts.
To
If you
look
can't
over there
handle
and
it,
to think that they're gonna take care of any of your games is I don't
that's
get
facts.
that. But
That's facts.
I can understand the hustle. I just can't understand the purpose, you know. The hustle is there. I get it. I'll put our games over there, get a couple million out of it. All right, we can put that million in something that we want to do or something. Who knows? But we know damn well, you know, that's a lot of money. When you sell million, 49.99 times a million, that's a lot of money. That damn near can kickstart a new game. You know, that's not no scary money right there. That's duffel bag money. So I mean, I get it. It's just it ain't that great. It ain't that great because the PlayStation fan base is the last fan base to put your trust in. I mean, the numbers don't lie. The PlayStation fan base is just carbon dioxide at this point. They say a lot of stuff to feed. The only thing that's benefiting from them are the trees and the plants outside. Everything else is just nothing, man. It's nothing. And so I mean, to wish for PlayStation to do something like that, that's crazy, man. Realist, get us out of here, man. I want to say thanks to everybody that came out tonight, though. That's crazy to me that they would want PlayStation to make less money, but for some reason
Hey, Renee, before
put
you
those
say something,
games back on their
let me say real
platform
quick.
to a fan base that don't even buy the games. Like I don't get it, man. Realist, get us out of here, fam.
Yeah, I know I was late, but shout out to everybody who was here, whether you came in the beginning all the way to now. I don't know if you boys want to introduce us or put your tags on there, but I don't care about Twitter. I'm the realest one on Xbox. Sometimes on Steam. I don't have any friends on Steam, so
But before that, and
I'm the
before you
loneliest
go,
guy out here.
panel.
I don't have no
It was
friends.
fun. Hey, I wish I could have been here, bro, but I told you I had to do some
I
stuff.
know. I'm glad you came, bro. I know. Big daddy, man. Big props. That's my brother. He know I love him. Shout out to the realest one, man. Listen, man. It don't matter to me. You know it don't matter to me. What matters is, man, you came, bro. We love it when you come, man. We love when you come out to come play with us, man. So, you know, I can't hear Games Heroes. Sorry for that. And it could be on my side, games. I got these storms popping up. That's why I need to get off here, man. It's about to get bad. And so now shout out to Games Heroes for coming in. Games Heroes been rocking with me, man, for like the last 3 shows. Shout outs to him, man. Shout outs to Resident Gamer. Shout outs to him too, man. You know,
you gotta
everybody goes
hear
through
me, but
things in life, man.
yeah,
Shout outs to him.
yeah.
Look, man, these guys here, they work hard. You know, they do for their family. You know, I ain't got nothing but respect for these guys, man. So I'm saying this when I say this. When these guys come out to talk to y'all, man, they really put in the effort, man. It's all effort. You know, it's not like, okay, we doing this. They know, man, this is breaking news. It's hard. Like we come in, we're shadow droppers. It's a tough way to do it, but I love it this way. And to be honest, you guys stuck with me with my unorthodox style of how I do my channel. Y'all stuck with me. And so, man, I'm thankful for that. Because, man, it's so much be going on, man. I have to literally make the time. So whenever I get that window, I go in and y'all show up, man. Y'all don't know how much that means, bro. So
Yep.
you're right. The fact that we do this, and I know what these dudes go through daily, that says volumes, man. And for y'all to be supporting these guys and me, that says volumes, man. We just want to say that. Realist, you got any last thing to
Hey,
say, man?
yeah, one last thing. Yeah, I was going through the chat. Remember, I couldn't think of those games, because I was
Go
saying
ahead.
that PlayStation can't do time exclusivity deals that exclude PC anymore. And off the top of my head, I forgot about Neo 3. And that game, it was called Lost Soul Aside. Game Heroes was telling me all kind of other stuff. But yeah, man, they can't cut out PC anymore. So once Xbox does that, then the only thing they will have are their first party games that they could keep only to their platform. But like I was saying, bro, Xbox is playing it so raw that they're boxing Sony in because they know that if okay, I hear a lot of PlayStation fans say Xbox needs money. Okay, Microsoft's a $3 trillion company, and I'm sorry, Sony is 30 times smaller. So if this $3 trillion company needs money, I don't know what makes them think the $100 billion company don't need money. And it befuddles me. I'm shocked, appalled, flabbergasted, flummoxed. I don't get these people. I don't get the narratives they come up with. But the one thing I give them credit for is that they stick together and they ride on BS.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Like they have this united front when
With
it
knee
comes to their
pads
platform.
on.
And I give them that because the Xbox community will be going left and right. You have one side on this side, but look, hey, if you don't agree with it, you don't agree with it. But the thing is like they do present a united front. But Xbox knows that PlayStation needs to sell
We
more of their
holding each
content.
other hands,
Hey,
baby.
yeah, hand in hand, dancing in the street, right? Listening to the village people, But like, listen, these guys will stick together, but they just don't understand what's really going on. The chess moves that's really being played. And I know a lot of Xbox fans, they're playing 4D chess. They really are. But I don't really hear people talk about the real way they're playing 4D chess. They're pretty much boxing PlayStation into where they have nowhere to go but their console. Because if you're afraid to put your games on PC, then you're not getting those PC sales. They were already afraid to do it day one. So now you don't want to do it 2 years or a year later, right? And a lot of people bring up how Kojima just brought how Death Stranding was on a time deal. That deal was signed way before Kojima bought the IP back. But they don't want to. They're not paying attention. They're not even talking about how short that exclusivity window was. It's like as soon as they could get it to PC, they got that thing on PC. As soon as they can get it to Xbox, it's gonna be on Xbox. The only good thing for that game is that it came to the consoles later, or and the console and other platforms later. So but I'm not the biggest fan. I think it's an acquired taste. But where's PlayStation going to go to get the extra revenue? Right? You heard Lin Tao say that they're going to monetize their current user base. They don't have no problems with that. They keep talking about how Xbox wants a 30% margin, not mentioning how PlayStation said they wanted to increase margins by 10%, which brings them up to 27%. I mean, 30 and 27 sounds about the same to me. But you don't hear Xbox saying we're going to monetize our current user base. You hear Xbox saying we're going to expand, we're going to grow gaming to create to infiltrate new sectors of the market. We're going to create
Facts.
new markets through cloud gaming and subscriptions. You hear PlayStation saying we're just going to bleed the ones we have dry. And it's only the small percentage of the hardcore that they're able to do that with because everybody else is occupied with Fortnite.
Facts.
They don't buy PS Plus until they need it to play Call of Duty.
Facts.
You see, and people like, Xbox has no console sales. But listen, and not because I'm an Xbox fan. Xbox has better users than PlayStation. Why? Because they buy more games, they play more games. Even if let's just say it's because they tried it in Game Pass. Because I hear a lot of Microsoft haters say, "Well, I tried in Game Pass. Go buy it on Steam." Whatever. They're buying more games. They're playing more games. Just look at the type of games being introduced to Xbox. You get more different types of games coming to Xbox that would typically be on phones and PCs. Right? You're getting tower defense games. You're getting strategy games, 4X games. Those games are not going to was it 4A? They're not going to PlayStation because they know that these guys are already occupied.
Right.
But they don't have any. The only partners they have are the smaller games. Now they can make a game like Phantom Blade look more spectacular than it is, but it's not going to be a big, huge deal. Because just like we thought the Fallen Feathers game was going to be, oh yeah, that's going to be good. It came and went. Phantom Blade is going to come and go. These games need to be everywhere, and it's not. Your platform is actually holding these games back, and this is why timed exclusivity with second or third party is pretty much come to a close. The only time it's going to happen is when the studio couldn't get it done. Right? I forgot who it was. Whoever made not Metro, but the one that Metro came from, that just went to PlayStation. You played it, Legal. The Radiation. God dog it. Because I've been
Stalker
playing
2. Stalker 2.
Stalker. Yeah, I've been playing that game for about 10 years. But like,
yeah, you was telling me
Stalker.
that.
Yeah, it's different. But you look at it, nobody really played it when they remastered it because they didn't know what they were getting into. But certain studios don't have the money to put their game everywhere. And if you don't have the money to put your game everywhere, I don't think I want to pay you to put it on other platforms. Those are the only types of timed exclusivity deals they're going to be going on right now. Like PlayStation is being restricted to just PlayStation, but they're not Nintendo. PlayStation tried to kill Nintendo back in the day, restricted them to just being on Nintendo, but Nintendo came out stronger because they started to just depend more heavily on their IP, while Xbox and PlayStation competed for third-party exclusivity supremacy. But yeah, those are the games. They're out of partners. They're running out of time. They're not going to be able to grow their platform if they're scared to expand. Because these PlayStation fans, the only way that they're going to sell more games on PlayStation is if they get rid of Call of Duty, Fortnite, Madden, 2K. That's the only way they're going to sell more games, because otherwise these people are going to be occupied year in and year out. And those 2 games that you said that they buy, those are the games that they buy. 2K, Madden, Call of Duty, one of those. The rest of them are free to play. Why these PlayStation fans say, well, they get 30% share of everything that goes to the store. This is something that a lot of people don't know. Some of these publishers don't even give up 30%. Ubisoft is one of them. I learned that a few months ago. Ubisoft don't even give retailers 30%. So since they care more about the money they make instead of the games getting put out, they need to get with the program and figure out what's really going on. All right, man, I'm out. About to go eat my Philly. It's cold. It's cold now.
Hey, man, you shut it down. I appreciate everybody from coming out. We'll see y'all on the flip side. Good night.